That was some tight
Those
shit.
balls were nice.
I had all of those.
Said that.
Yeah.
I like Grandpa Slim because food falls out of his throat and I get to eat it and it's softer.
If I had a boyfriend and he was in his underwear eating cottage cheese first thing in the morning, I'd be disgusted by that too.
It's like hitting a pinata, but no candies in it. You know what I mean? It's just filled with cum.
And we were going to take a moment, but we decided, fuck it. Welcome back, everybody.
No breaks.
Never
Just
breaks.
constant work.
Hard, pummeling barrages of content.
Constant work. It's killing us. I hope you guys are happy.
I'm constantly staying up till 3 a.m. liking tweets all over the internet just so there can be new hot content on the show every week, but no one appreciates the things I do, which are, I don't want to be this guy, but very close to the trials of Hercules becoming a demigod.
Yeah, we're both Herculean. I had a Hercules plate from McDonald's. Did everyone have that plate?
Were they from McDonald's?
I'm not sure.
I remember there was
Burger
Hercules.
King?
There was. Oh, that
Might have
sounds
been
right.
But I don't eat a lot of Burger King.
See, I
as
ate
a
a lot
kid.
of Burger King as a kid.
Yeah, I know. You had that whole 3-year
Oh, it was
Burger
wonderful.
King epidemic.
Man, I'm not even kidding. There was one time me and my buddies, and this was back during my fat days, we pulled up into the Burger King, and I got
There we go.
and I got 5 Whopper Juniors to eat for
That's not even a junior
That was
anymore.
my meal. That was
That's
5.
That's like a Whopper grandpa.
And my buddy looked at me and he's like, 5 Whopper Juniors, and I'm like, well, yeah, they're little, and he's like, yeah, but they're still burgers.
I
It
feel
doesn't stop the
feel
fact
like
that
we've
they
said this before.
are still
We're really out
burgers.
of content.
Yeah, it's official.
But yeah, I had that Hercules plate, and it got like bubbled from like just
All
using
the
it
hot
for
shit, 'cause you
yeah.
probably like put it in the
Was-
microwave and microwave shit with
hell
it.
yeah! I was reminded recently of an event where as a kid I was making a can of SpaghettiOs
Mm-hmm.
in the microwave, obviously, and I left the spoon in it and microwaved those SpaghettiOs with the
yes.
spoon in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so scared that my dad would yell at me, so I ate the SpaghettiOs that tasted like metal, and the spoon was very hot. That's how worried I was that my dad was gonna.
Did you get sick
Yell at
or
me.
anything after that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I remember specifically as a child 2 things of like, because they had like the Hercules plates. I had Shrek cups from McDonald's. I remember those. There was a line of like glasses that had Shrek characters on them. And then Burger King had a line for a while. It was Lord of the Rings characters that were like the etched white glass, you know, and it had a light up base on the bottom that was like the ring that lit up on the bottom of the glass.
I remember getting Batman like little glasses, but they were short with a handle.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like very well done.
See-
This is for like the old Batman,
Do
the
you-
1960s one when I was a child. Adam West.
Back when the Adam West figurines came in your original Happy Meals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like the gold Pokemon cards they had at Burger
Yeah,
King
I
back in the
do.
day, and they came in the
In the
Pokeballs and
Pokeball,
stuff?
yeah.
That was some tight
Those
shit.
balls were nice.
I had all of those.
I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Constantly saying things that are taken out of context.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the things that gets taken out of context in the case against you when a bunch of shit comes out and we can't enjoy the show anymore.
Yep. And, you know, when they come for you, they come for you. You know what I mean?
When you start
I've said
seeing the
things.
pitchforks and the torches and hearing the chants, there's just nothing else you can do after that.
Yeah. Am I Frankenstein in that scenario?
We're both monsters,
Yeah,
depending
that's
on the
true.
day. Yeah.
You're more of a monster. than me.
Monster in size.
Speaking of Monster, I stopped drinking it on Air. Monster, write us a check.
Mm-hmm.
Plug it. I went through some video archives, and I realized I constantly drink Monster on the show. So if you want that to continue, our loyal fan base has decided to also boycott Monster. Thank you guys. All of you, thousands have reached out.
We
A
appreciate
flood
it.
of support.
Standing
in
in
this.
solidarity with us.
And so, yeah, Monster is very easy. We'd like to work with you, but I just can't continue to promote a product without some sort of
No,
financial gain
we,
on
we
my end.
definitely need to have your people get with our people. So,
So
we can
currently
get
I'm
on the right
drinking
side of this.
Bean Flicker by Oddside Ales. It is my favorite beer currently. It's very hard to find, so Oddside Ales, if you want to send me a case. I went to a liquor store, and I walked around trying to find it. And
Was
they
it a
didn't.
Benny's?
No, Benny's does have it.
Of course Benny's has it. Benny's has everything.
Benny's, I think, is where I made the 6-pack. If you listen to one of the very first episodes,
remember
I drank
that,
a bunch
yeah.
of beers and reviewed them, and this was one of them. At the moment, it didn't hit me, but it's like a blonde coffee ale, which really, really gets my
A
goat.
lot of good things there.
And yeah, I went to a liquor store and was trying to find it. And I hate not buying things at liquor stores because I feel like they think you stole something.
Yeah.
It's like a huge paranoia thing I have. So I tried to leave, and the guy goes, "Hey!" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." And I walked back in, and he's like, "What are you looking for?" And I was like, "It's called Bean Flicker. On their website, it says you guys have it." And he's like, "Who's that by?" And I said, "Oddside Ales plug." And he was like, yeah, we don't have it anymore. I think they discontinued it. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, because of the name. And I was like, yeah, I get the reference.
Yeah.
And then I went to another store and bought it immediately. And I was like, you fucking...
Like right next door.
He scolded me again. So
I don't get why he scolded you in the first place.
I look like a child, so people think they can scold me. But I will... you will catch a fade. I will throw hands.
Catch a fade from this angry child.
Yeah. My soul catcher. Or whatever the fuck I said earlier. Woo! Speaking of whatever the fuck I said earlier, go to www.
That is the worst transition.
I was just trying. We don't have to talk about it. You know what's a bad transition? You pointing out bad transitions.
You always point out my bad transitions.
You fumble.
You
fumble the things.
And you reach. So
reaching and fumbling. We should join a team.
That should be
sports.
The name.
Let's play some sports.
That'll be our shitty sports podcast where we get 10% of the information correct.
Yeah, I'm like, is it badminton or
I'm like,
pickleball?
Wayne Gretzky was a pro at pickleball back in '09 after the stickball league kicked him out.
True. So speaking of that, go to www.thedapperdads.com for everything. That's going to be my new thing. I'm going to make the worst segues for it because it's awkward either way.
If we're going to make the worst segues, give me. That'll be my
Speaking of that, email us at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com if you send emails. We didn't get any. Or we got business ones because we're doing business things, but we're not going to talk about that on
business
air.
Emails.
Yeah, Daddy's sending official emails.
I've been reading them. You've been very professional.
Things will happen.
Yes, they are
one day,
happening.
Far in the future. For some
from
reason.
what they said,
months away.
Yeah,
but you know what?
They said an immeasurable amount of time away. It's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
2024. It's your guys' year, so stick with us. Be one of those people who's like, I listened to it when it was good. Then call us at 4027 No, that was too good. Speaking of getting my dick stomped on, call us at 4027
2024.
Yes, 4027 Dapper. That's 402-732-7737. That has numbers in it that correlate. That was a smooth one.
Yeah, that was
real
segwayable.
Nice. Follow us on Twitter at DapperDads.
Follow us on the Twitter where the tweetapating be happening faster like.
#teens.
Hashtag teens.
Totally #teens tweens. What's going on? Is this
what we want? Are you having a stroke?
I wish.
I'm worried.
I wish I got stroked. Follow us on Instagram at Nightmare. Follow us on Instagram at Dapper Dads Podcast. There's so many hot pictures on there. I gotta say,
honestly.
If you want exclusive content,
that one you uploaded the other day of us last summer was
that one was the foreshadowing in that.
Yeah, the foreshadowing.
Fantastic.
The foreshadowing from that night specifically is horrific if you think back on
it. You thought you got out of it, and look, now you're more in it than ever.
Yeah.
And we're all, I want to say, 5-star reviews. Obviously, we got another one. It's not showing up. Whatever that's about. We are available on lots of stuff. We don't say that all the time.
We're available on everything.
Yeah, literally everything.
I had somebody,
Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Bandcamp, TuneIn, whatever that is.
We're on
Stitcher,
TuneIn?
Stitcher, however that works. The other Google Play, YouTube with the video. And then, if you Google it, there's all kinds of other shit I don't even know about. So we're out there. So if you're listening to it and you're like, I wish this was on a better platform that I use.
Let us know what we're not on.
Yeah, there's a fucking Easter egg hunt for you, which isn't topical because now it's past Easter.
Yeah.
Welcome to April 6th. We stopped writing down.
Yeah, we have no idea what time is anymore.
But it's probably the 6th or the 5th. Or the 12th. I mean, really, you could listen to this whenever. So maybe it's
6th.
If you're listening to this on October 6th, 2018, call us and tell us that. And I won't remember at all.
How crazy would that be?
It won't be crazy because we'll be like, what?
Hey, Drum, remember when you said in the episode, whatever fucking crazy name we give this one? I don't know.
It's episode 35.
35? Can you believe we've been doing this for 35 weeks?
When I was listening back, we're almost coming up to a year. What do you want us to do in a year?
Oh,
do we
have
get
to
suits?
Yeah, suits.
Lawsuits? Do you think we get lawsuits a year?
I want a lawsuit by a year.
I don't want a lawsuit. I'll take a cease and desist. I'm looking
at
you,
cease and
Josie.
desist would be nice. From the Monster Energy Drink Corporation.
Yeah, that's fine because I've ceased and desisted your drinks.
I'm amazed we didn't get a cease and desist from Chick-fil-A for some of the shit we've said.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was incredible that we weren't contacted by somebody.
They're too nice.
They're very, very nice people. Very forgiving.
But they're not because they're also shitty.
Yeah.
It's like a weird. They walk that perfect tightrope of being like so nice and pleasant, and then like homophobic and like weird and
It's like how Southern like charm is like racist underneath.
It's like a bunch of people's
all of it.
grandparents.
Yeah,
like they're so
charming
sweet.
and
She makes
sweet,
me
but
cookies, but she has some views that I cannot stand.
Yeah, sees Atlanta come on TV and she says some things that we don't always find appropriate.
And you should be watching Atlanta because
as you should.
The best TV show on TV right now. The best TV show on TV right now. I'm gonna keep it loose. It's off the rails.
Yeah, this.
What if you showed up and I had been drinking all day? Because I've been.
How long were you drinking?
That's my first beer.
Was it okay? Because that was. This is
Psych.
my. I'd say this is my second. Can I bum one?
No.
Okay. See you.
Yeah, get out of here.
Just get up.
I can do this by myself. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna do a rare thing, and I'm gonna take my hat off on the podcast. I was thinking today I should have worked this out better.
I've never seen you with the hat off before.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen me with the hat off.
on the show.
Yeah, when we were stripping in front of each other.
Well, yeah, but that was
our old job
that
we can't touch. We're going to finally say it. Our old job together. We were male strippers.
Over at Tiger Tails.
Yeah, Tiger Tails.
We're
all three of them. I love when people make things plural, like Illinois. But yeah, I'm popping the hat off. If you want to see my bald head, watch the YouTube video. There's a reason behind all of it. You're going to just want to watch the video anyway.
It's like seeing Chance the Rapper with his hat off, folks.
What if I really shaved my head and I was like, that's what I'm taking it off.
Like you were actually completely bald underneath?
Yeah. And I got a tattoo of one of the mouths. I'm like, branding has to be consistent.
I'm
just getting hot.
You would okay. I feel like if you got a tattoo of the mouth on the top of your head, I would also have to do it in solidarity because like there's no way you're gonna
and
run
still
through.
Like comb your hair back.
Yeah, once it grows back in.
Well, like just keep the front and then pop it on the back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yes.
A shirt.
Cause
wearing clothes.
I have never seen this particular shirt before, and it is.
You like that?
I love this shirt. Oh my god, where can I get one?
So it's a one-off. It's a one of a kind. Watch the video. God damn it! I keep fucking stomping on everything. I'm done with this.
Stop screaming, Dad.
Look at the video. Tell him to look at the video.
Look at the video right now because the shirt that Drama is wearing is a one-off Dapper Dads that I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist you make another one so that I may have one because
no, the rules of the wizard that created it were. What is going on with this cord?
I have no idea.
This whole thing's gone to shit. I try to surprise one shirt and I tear apart the studio,
seriously,
the dungeon.
Where do I get one of those? Because that is incredible. That is a shirt I would pay. I don't want to be this guy, but I'm saying upwards of $30 for.
That's nice. I like when you keep it reasonable because I don't want you to lie to me. And also, if you said 100, I would be like, where's the money?
I'd pay $30 for that shirt.
Yeah, so if you want to pay $30 for what I just unveiled, send us $30. Maybe you get a T-shirt, maybe you don't. It's not going to be 30.
Can I give you $30 and get one of those T-shirts?
It's 60 for you.
For the brand. All the fabric they got to use.
Yeah. We gotta get kids from a small continent too.
Sew it all together.
Sew it together. It's their Christmas. Yeah, you like that?
I really, really like that.
I know.
A lot.
It's probably the best thing I've ever made.
It really,
I designed
really
it,
is.
obviously. We keep it in-house.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm going to need one of those pronto.
We're all going to need one. I'm only going to wear it. I'm going to make 7, so I have one for every day. I'm going to have... I'm not going to say that, actually.
Well, then you're going to have to make me a special T-shirt and make 7 of them so that I have a special branded T-shirt that I can wear every day.
I think that just cut my lip, the beer dart. We played beer darts briefly.
Yes, we were playing beer darts before.
Matt the God punctured my can, and I think it just cut my lip. So shout out, Matt.
That's what you get for getting cocky.
Yeah, I did go undefeated, so I'll take.
Undefeated.
I'll take the lip sores if it's worth it. I'll take the sores.
Look at there's a documentary about our dart league in the future, and I'm just like, yeah, the lip sores were just the beginning of it.
Yeah. I hope we have a documentary one day.
I would love if someday we could be
sad.
like really old and sad and like being interviewed about like the Dapper Dads shit, and I'm just like, I haven't heard, like we haven't seen each other in like 20 years, and they
you're lighting a cigarette. Drama. I haven't heard that name in years.
They trick us into like being at the
Meeting
same place to have lunch together, and we're like, you're a son of a bitch, and I'll kill you. Like it starts.
I was told I was meeting a big bosomed woman.
I was also told that I would be meeting a big bosomed woman.
I had a couple cocktails because I was nervous. I thought the big bosomed lady would take care of it.
I like to think that it's gonna start really, really warming, and like they're gonna be like videotaping us from like way back in the corners of the restaurant. It's us like dapping up and like hugging and stuff, and it's like, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's been going on? You know, we're talking. Then like 5 minutes later, it's us like, it cuts, and then 5 minutes later, it's us like throwing chairs across the restaurant, like people running out, and we're like, I'll fucking kill you.
But it's over something really mundane, like, you know, you gave me a weird handshake that night, and you know that should never happen between us. How many times did we practice in secret?
It was that night that we were hanging out with Young Thug and Future, and we were trying to show him our cool handshake, and you fucked it up.
You fucked it up in front of them. I like to think it's like us meeting again for the first time, and the waitress comes over, and she's like, oh, you guys look cute. You got a real nice aesthetic coming on. And we both just look at each other like, wow.
Like we're both kind of sitting there, and she's like, you guys got good banter back and forth. You guys ever thought about having a talk show?
We're like, ugh.
And I'm like, yeah, we thought about it.
And then the reunion tour. 2052.
Oh my God, that doesn't seem that far away for a reunion tour. I'm thinking
reasonable.
like 2070.
No, we'll need money before.
That's 50 years from now, so we'll be
old.
70s. We'll be in our 70s by 2050. No, that's not right. 2070.
We can't do math. Why do you keep bringing up math? You know it never works.
I don't know why I do this to myself, really.
You're just shooting yourself in the foot.
I'm always shooting.
We'll be old and we'll need
shooting
money.
myself in the foot, shooting blanks, shooting everything.
shooting inside of your dick, like we referenced.
Shooting pins inside of my
Today I
dick.
realized I used to be like, yeah, on episode this is when that happened, and now I'm just like, fucking, who knows?
Like
I'm trying to find things from old episodes, and I have no idea.
It's hard. It's
There's
very hard.
so much shit. You guys have been listening to this for so
Yeah, if you have listened to
long.
every single episode of this up until this point, like, bro, cut some applause in here for those guys.
Yeah, what do you want, a
good
gold
Lord.
star?
Did you say star? Dun, 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 dun.
Anytime someone says bar, I get to go to the bar.
I was hanging.
That's my rule.
Beer? You say beer?
Beer?
Beer? You want a beer? Beer?
You want to beer our beers?
Beer these beers right now for some beers? I'll beer a beer.
You're drinking a cider, so.
Nightmare?
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Is that the new one?
Yeah, Nightmare's
Nightmare.
Nightmare?
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare? Daydream. Ooh. No, nightmare.
Nightmare? Deja vu.
Yeah, I get deja vu a lot.
Do you? What I do is I get that deja vu where I feel like I dreamed it before, because I never remember my dreams. Okay, and this is what I do. I have it figured out. I will sleep for a probably 4 or 5 block hour time as soon as I finally lay down and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
If I wake up after that, I have the craziest, most fucked up dreams, and that's when I remember all my dreams.
Yeah.
And then that's when shit will happen, and I'm like, I've been here before. I remember this. It's weird.
I think when I have deja vu that I might have dreamt it. But then I read that thing about how deja vu is just your brain like clicking, and it totally. I'm very easy to like be like, is this something like crazy? And then they're like, this is kind of like a solid reason. I'm like, true. Mm-hmm. And then now I get deja vu all the time.
Once you give me
just my dumb brain taking forever to catch up.
Give me a halfway sensible explanation for something, and I'll just run with it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, there's no. It feels like it's there, but like I'm an old man who talks through his.
You want me to tickle your throat?
I mean, please. Do I have to
accidentally burn your throat with the cigarette? Make you one of those holes right off the bat.
Talk like this for the rest of the show. Hold my box up.
But yeah, you just do it with the cigarette. You're like, I wanted to get ahead of the curve here.
That's an acute observation drama.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if this never ends and we both have to have tracheotomies? Is that the proper
that
term?
does sound correct? Yeah.
We'll take it. Yeah. We have to have those. Do you think? Tell us if you would still listen if we had those weird.
If you had to listen to Slim talk like this the whole time, would you listen to it?
God, I wouldn't. I don't blame anyone. And then you talk about how
we were there at the Brockhampton reunion concert, and then Merlin broke his leg because he fell off of his walker.
God, this is already terrible. I like that commercial where the guy has it and he's like, you don't think about going in the shower with it, because that spoke to me.
I don't think what would freak me out would be like swallowing things. I feel like
yeah,
food
because they just
even
pop
like
back
liquid.
out. Like you pop a French fry in and it just falls back out like a Play-Doh
It just
machine.
whistles out.
Yeah, someone else catches it in their mouth. Your grandchild
falls back onto your plate of food. You're
I
just
like Grandpa Slim because food falls out of his throat and I get to eat it and it's softer. Which, like I tweeted,
I get to eat it is the worst part. Like the kid tried and everyone was like, "No, stop!"
Yeah.
But then I'm secretly like, "It's okay."
Here you go, Slim.
Go ahead.
Slim the Fourth.
Go ahead, little fella.
And I recently tweeted it, but I've realized it's become an epidemic. I try to edit these while I'm eating chips, and it's not working. So I need someone to help me.
Eat a lot of chips at home?
I guess more than I thought.
I eat quite a lot of chips. I figured since we were it's a steady part of my diet, I realize.
Yeah.
Tortilla chips, potato chips.
I don't like making it a part of my diet. I think it's because usually I'm like snacking while I try to do this because I'm doing this at like weird times. And I'm like, yeah, a bag of chips, and I start eating them, and then I start editing, and I'm like, I can't hear, and I'm wearing headphones, and I'm like, I can't do this. So someone help me figure that out.
Get Drama some soft potato chips.
Yeah.
Those are just French fries.
Yeah, someone bring me fries.
Those are just
Otherwise, eventually, I'm not going to be able to edit this.
They're just cottage fries. Have you ever had cottage fries?
No.
Okay, so a cottage.
Do I have to eat them in a cottage?
I thought for the longest time I called them college fries because, information.
I mean, that works because I didn't go to college, but I went to other people's colleges, and I ate a lot of fries at them.
Surprisingly, yeah, so did I. Always fries at college to eat for some reason.
Nice.
But no, it's like
it's the diet of a student, folks.
You take like thick cut pieces of potato, so like that, and then you deep fry them, so they're like very, very thick potato chips, but they're like soft on the inside.
My mom used to make those.
Yeah, they're called cottage fries for some reason.
I'm not gonna call them that.
I don't like calling them that.
It's too reminiscent of cottage cheese, which is disgusting.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend one time who was like addicted to cottage cheese. She would eat it for breakfast every morning, just out of the tub.
Okay. I pictured her in a tub eating cottage cheese, and I'm like, that's not attractive to me.
Now, here's something I want to say. Now, when you
eat cottage cheese in a tub,
there's always that part in that time when you get in a relationship with somebody, and there's those defining moments where you're like, this is a human thing. They're a human, Yeah. Because like you meet a girl at first, and you're like, wow, she's an angel, she's perfect, she's good. And then you see her without her makeup one time, or like she's sick, or like hungover or something. You're like, oh,
weird underwear.
Weird underwear, gassy, and you're like, oh, this is another human being that does human being things. The human being reality of seeing like your girlfriend wake up in the morning and like no makeup, hair everywhere, and just go to the fridge, grab a tub of cottage cheese and just start eating it with a spoon really makes you think about how much you actually enjoy the company of other human beings, let me tell you, because at that point you're just kind of like, is this something I can make work?
That's
and that's not just the ladies. If I was a lady and I had a boyfriend and I saw that motherfucker wake up and the first thing he did
that's
was
going to be taken out of context.
In his fucking, if I had a boyfriend and he was in his underwear eating cottage cheese first thing in the morning, I'd be disgusted by that too. Quite frankly, I'm going to be
not a breakfast food.
It's not an anytime food. I feel like you shouldn't just be eating it straight. Like, okay, as a
would you rather have her in a tub eating cottage cheese, like in a bath, or I
don't want anyone eating
three
in the
quick
bath.
ones. Wake up, cottage cheese first thing in the morning. What you went through. You walk into the bath. It's nice. She's got candles lit, but she's eating cottage cheese. The third one, she is in a bath of cottage cheese. This is the cottage cheese incident. It's finally come full circle. That's what happened. That guy was in a tub of cottage cheese. We're gonna solve it now. No more mystery. That man, I don't remember his name, was in a tub of cottage cheese.
3 different approaches here then. I hate that I have to see someone in their disgusting form in the morning eating cottage cheese right out of the tub. Secondly, why are you eating in the bath? Because I don't think it's right to eat in the bathtub.
I think there's bath foods.
What are 3 quick bath foods in your opinion then? Because I don't think you should be eating anything while you're in the bath.
A cookie.
Crumbs like everywhere in the tub. I had a cookie earlier. I had a big old peanut butter cookie, and there was just crumbs everywhere. And all I can think about is crumbs getting in the bath when I'm trying to take a bath.
I had a cookie in the tub recently. I'm gonna say it.
How recently?
Like in the past week.
What kind of cookie?
The sugar cookie with the sprinkles on it. Made
with like the thick frosting.
No frosting. Don't like frosting too much. Just the sprinkles baked in, kind of sitting on top.
Okay.
Very soft cookie. I made the bad decision of wanting 1 cookie at the store, buying a pack of 12 cookies, fresh baked, eating too many cookies.
Yeah.
This is what happens to me. Is I'm like, I'd like a 1 brownie. And then I'm like, oh, you can't buy 1 brownie. I'll buy a pan of brownies. And then you're just eating all these fucking brownies like an animal. But yeah, the cookies in the tub can work.
What's 2 other bath foods then outside of cookies? Because I think you just wanted to talk about how you ate a cookie.
I didn't want to bring it. I'm not in the tub a lot. I do want to point that out.
But what are foods
working on my knee?
Feasibly, what are tub foods then exactly?
I'm going to stick with a cookie just from experience.
That's okay. I'll take a cookie.
A bowl of soup.
Bowls of food. See, that's what strikes me out about the tub. Is
it
like
could probably float. Couple tub soups.
You want to test it?
You want to tussle?
You want to tussle with a test bowl of soup in the tub?
Holy shit! I didn't know I wanted to, but now I'm positive I do.
Tussle with a test bowl of soup?
Maybe.
Okay, so what I'm going to need is we're going to need to go upstairs after the show, see if Matt's got a can of soup anywhere. I'm going to need you to get into the tub in your clothes.
That tub is small. You know we have tub issues.
Is your tub at home bigger than the tub here?
I'd say slightly.
But enough to get
I
in.
never bathed here.
Okay.
And did we just give away something we shouldn't have?
Like what?
I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
We'll figure it out. We can edit it later.
Yeah, we'll cut all this.
We'll
I don't
cut
want to.
everything.
I regret the whole tub cookie thing. I don't want that public.
I want that public. That's going in.
It sounds like I take a lot of baths and I don't.
I mean, it
Got a
just sounds
bad
like you
knee.
took a bath recently
Epsom
and had a
salt.
cookie. I mean, yeah, you have reasons to be in the bath. You're not like some
I
creepy
don't
guy
like
taking a
Epsom
bath.
salt because it says on it it's for minor sprains or constipation. And I'm like, it shouldn't be affiliate. I have a minor sprain.
makes
I don't
you
want to
feel
have to
better,
shit my pants because I'm. You know what I mean? Why do they have to be together?
You don't want to shit your pants in the tub.
No, because you're not wearing pants.
You don't wear pants in the tub?
Oh, it's like the wipe an ass thing all over.
I can never be.
You wear pants in the tub.
I'm never
I
nude, it
stand up
turns
and wipe
out.
my ass. We all have little ticks.
You wipe your ass?
You don't wipe your ass with your pants in the tub? Oh, fuck.
How are we supposed to come back from any of this?
I don't know.
You still haven't given me a third tub food.
Because we keep going off on tub tangents.
Because a tub tangent using a tussle with a can of test soup.
Oh, God. People are having seizures right now.
I'm having a seizure. Talking about tussling with a tub of
It took
test soup.
35 episodes for you to finally seize out on me. You know that's what I wanted. I told you when we sat down, created this brand. More seizures from you.
Tussle with test soup.
Third tub. I keep wanting to say tub soup. Now I'm just thinking of what soup you would eat.
A bisque, I feel like. You don't want like a stew in the tub, I feel like.
No, because you're stewing in the tub.
Right.
Yeah.
You want a gazpacho? You want a nice cold soup in the tub?
Is chili a soup?
Chili's chili.
Is the hot dog a sandwich?
No, because
Yeah, why would that ever be a thing?
we
I
were
don't want to
talking
get
about this at the
I don't want to
bar
harp on this.
No, Cole and his friends got me into this
Well,
at the
did
bar.
they?
Yeah, they were getting me into the whole
I
hot
saw
dog
it on an
sa-
Instagram story. Someone had a poll.
Yeah, they were getting me into the whole hot dog sandwich. I said no. I said hot dogs.
It's a hot dog.
No, a sandwich is two separate pieces of bread.
Yeah.
Now, you can make a hot dog sandwich where you
Oh,
take
yeah.
like several hot
Oh,
dogs.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the good shit. Boiling the hot dogs on the stove
Hot
and
dogs
making a
aren't
nice
good
hot dog
anymore.
sandwich.
But yeah, do you cut it into? You cut it in fours. My dad would apparently when he worked somewhere as a teenager, it was like a kitchen, and the owner would be like, "Make me a hot dog sandwich." You make the hot dog, you cut it down the middle and then across, so you get 4 pieces. You do 3 and then 1 on top, and then put ketchup or whatever condiments on top, and you have a hot dog sandwich. Problem there is it falls apart.
Yeah, see, my thing is I would just do the whole hot dogs. I wouldn't slice them or anything. I'd just do like 3 hot dogs straight across on bread.
That seems excessive. It's
Lots
like,
of hot
have you
dogs.
ever gotten a like you get a chicken sandwich somewhere, but they just put like 2 chicken tenders on it, and then you're constantly like pulling it out?
Yeah, that's weird. I hate that.
Yeah,
And then
I
you get
hate
like a
pulling
big chunk
out.
of bread with like a lot of chicken tender, and then
Yeah,
you got
and you gotta like put it back together a little bit while you're
and then-
eating it.
And nobody likes that.
It fucking happened. I said not to let it happen.
And you,
God damn it.
I can't not let it.
We're
It's-
fucking done.
Yeah,
If this is
apparently.
how this is gonna go,
This show is
fucking done.
this episode's already a crazy
This
nightmare
episode
everywhere.
is like we say watch the video, but without the context.
Talking about tussling with test soups and kicking microphones everywhere. You're being an animal on the other
My
side of the
eye
mic
keeps
tonight. I just want to
twitching
point.
too.
Yeah, because you were under crazy amounts of stress
Do you
for
think
no
that's
reason.
what it is?
I don't know what it is.
I
with
googled
you.
it. They said stress, lack of sleep, and caffeine.
Yeah, that
and I'm
sounds
like,
like a
that's
mix
how
of
I
things
live.
that you do.
That's
Yeah.
my trifecta. That's
Those-
3 quick ones of how I function.
Those are the 3 pillars of your being that hold you up. I feel like
I don't think I'm that stressed.
lack of sleep, caffeine, and
I'm not. I don't think I have lack of sleep. I was having lack of sleep. But
Yeah.
I've been getting better.
If
I've been rehabilitating myself.
If it makes you feel better, when I was sick last week, I took several baths and I used bath bombs because I was like, I need to like clear out my sinuses and shit. I need like chamomile and lavender.
Yeah.
I need something to like clear this
I've
shit
taken
out.
some baths for my knee. It just feels like you can't be a man in the bath, and
No,
it's unfair. Let's
it's very,
change this.
It's not
2018.
fair. It's so hard to feel masculine in the tub. When,
Guys listening, hop in the tub.
yeah, just hop in the tub and treat yourself. Do it right. Get a bath bomb. Get some bubbles. Do something to take a nice.
I do
bath.
like bubbles.
Who
I've never
does-
used. I've
Who
never used
doesn't
a
like
bath
bubbles?
bomb.
It's
It's fun,
bro. You've
can be
never used a
Santa
bath
Claus.
bomb?
No.
Man, let me tell you
I've
something.
seen them.
Bath bombs are liberating. I go to Lush and I get them.
Oh yeah,
Super
That's where you
nice
get 'em.
bath. Super nice bath
You
bomb.
can make them. Should we make some Dapper Dad's bath bombs?
If people would buy them, I would absolutely make some Dapper Dad
Yep,
bath bombs.
contact us. I'm gonna say up top, will not be liable for what's in the bath bomb.
Up top, not liable for any kind of type of chemical burns, any type of anything.
Up top,
that
not
happens.
liable for anything ever.
Yeah,
We're just gonna
up top.
solidify that.
Up top, we're just gonna cut this out so we can use it with everything. We are not liable for anything we do ever.
I want this to get big enough to where at the beginning it has to have a warning. Like
Yeah.
the views expressed by the Dapper Dads are therefore of the Dapper Dads.
Man, help us get to that point, people.
Yeah,
Everybody just-
monster. I think if we had a good monster partnership, we could put a warning out there. So don't flake out on us because of the wild things we say. This is all on us.
yeah,
Get us a case of Monster. We got a table.
we'll
We'll
drink.
drink so much Monster.
I will drink nothing but Monster on
Yeah.
this show.
And it causes no health defects.
That's true.
See? We're behind you. This is the first one we haven't fucked up.
Yeah.
So
true.
Monster actually followed through. We haven't accidentally slandered you immediately after pitching.
As far as I know.
Just listen here and go forward.
Yeah.
We don't. The past is the past. Why do you want to harp on
The
things?
past is the past.
I've been drinking Monster since what was it? 2004
When
when
I-
it first came out.
when
you
it first
couldn't find
and,
it.
and they just had
tasted different.
and they just had green and
Yeah.
blue. Those were the only
yeah,
two that you could
back
get. You could
before
either
all
get
your
re-
crazy shit.
Yeah, you could just get
all your
regular-
great products.
all your fantastic
Yeah.
products. Crazy, albeit an eclectic lineup of products. Each
yeah,
one
crazy because you get so much energy.
Each one more singularly.
all
Singularly.
right,
Damn it.
you're done.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Monster, we're
Make
good.
it happen.
Yeah, just send a tweet, send an email. We
Give me
you all the
some of those
contact
Monster Brows, like the ones that come in the glass
Mhm.
bottles. Have you ever had those?
Yeah,
So good. That's where
it's
I
hard.
figured-
I'm just constructive criticism. Hard to open them. You're talking about the ones with the
Yeah,
bottle cap. 'Cause
hard to open because not often am I traveling. Find one and have a bottle opener.
You
on
don't
me.
want to have a bottle opener on you. It's
What I have found is that if you're trying to open those, the old key trick is a good way to go. Where
Yeah.
you just end up popping the key around.
I
the tab.
sliced my thumb not on a Monster product, on a alcoholic beverage in a sweaty DIY venue. I kept going, does anyone have a bottle opener? Might have been drunk. And I tried to key it, and it went in, like the edge of the bottle cap went into my thumb to where when you got to pull it out, and it's like, and I was like, ugh. And then someone goes, I have a bottle opener. I was like, thanks. And my thumb was just pouring blood, and I was like, don't worry about that. I won't get blood on your bottle opener.
It's fine.
If it would have been a Monster product, it would have opened with ease.
Yeah, it would have just
As
been.
long as you have a bottle opener or a key or something. It's just
But even then, it's a soft metal. It wouldn't jab into
yeah,
your
soft
finger like
metal.
a hard beer cap.
No, not at all.
Not a good quality product.
I like
like
the
that.
we're really shelling out here. I like the coffee ones, right? Coffee monsters. You had
Yes.
those
Oh my
Java
God.
Monster.
Mhm.
That's what I like.
I still remember.
I had
being-
one of those recently.
I still
New
remember-
Year's Day. I started my new year with a Monster product.
I remember being a young child and wondering if they had alcohol in them or not, and wondering
Yeah.
whether the gas station attendant fucked up because I got like the White Russian and the Irish coffee one time.
Yeah.
And like my 16-year-old brain was like, wonder if this has alcohol, like a Four Loko, and then it clearly says it's like.
Well, I
does not
remember when
contain
Sparks
alcohol.
came out, it never said anything on it, and kids in school would just drink Sparks.
I
and be
remember-
like, it's a energy drink, and then they had to put like a huge thing. It's like alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, I remember when Sparks came out before all that shit happened. I had this
Mhm.
friend in high school, and we would go get them at the Casey's gas station in town. We would walk to the
I have
Casey's.
to edit that out. There goes the Casey sponsorship.
Oh, we can't lose the Casey
no,
sponsorship.
'cause
They have
they
the
sell
best
Monster.
breadsticks. Ugh.
Everything's intertwined.
And we get Sparks, and we would just get fucked. Like, man, I remember my one friend drank one, and she was like this tiny little thing, and she just got fucked off
Yeah.
with one.
I had a friend that would drink them like crazy. That friend was my mother.
Ah,
Yeah.
mama's boy drinking Sparks,
Well, she would just give it to me.
as well as Four Locos and
Yeah.
those little Bailey's coffee cup creamer things in the morning.
Have you had a Four Loko recently? I know we
Not
talk about it from time
Not
to time.
recently.
I bought one. They have like little ones, like a 5-hour energy, which is
Mhm.
an inferior energy drink. If you're going to make an energy drink choice, the clear winner would be any Monster beverage. Just
True.
throwing that out there. They make tiny little
Tugging
Four
our dicks
Locos
at this point,
and tug away. I loved Monster.
as do I.
As long as they want to
Love us back.
recognize us. Yeah, it's a two-way street, Monster. I don't wanna harp on it, but yeah, little Four Locos taste like liquid garbage. So there goes that sponsorship. And they love to party, but not as much. So anyway,
This whole episode, the graphic, we just call it the Monster episode.
there's not even video; it's just different Monster commercials. They're like, but they reference so many things in the video. Every time we bleep something out, it's just a big Monster logo.
it's like an 80s commercial with a guitar just
Speaking of segues, I went to the doctor
mm-hmm.
finally because I was
Again.
Yeah, I finally made my return. The last one was when I was falsely accused of possibly having an STD in my knee. If you want the details, listen to episode 3. Fun fact, I wouldn't listen to it. It's not very good.
No.
And it gets gross. But I haven't went back. That doctor left a bad taste in my mouth. Nothing sexual. That sounded weird.
Yeah.
But it cost me $300. I have insurance, and it was just bullshit. But that cough wouldn't go away, and I wasn't sick, and I was just like irritated. Kurd went to the doctor. He was also had a crazy cough and sickness. They told him he might have had walking pneumonia. So I was like, maybe I should go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And I was gonna wait until today, as a matter of fact. But then I was like, why wait? Just go. So I go. It was fucking beautiful. It
Really?
rekindled my faith in the health services because I checked in online, streamlined the whole thing. The nurse didn't ask me any bullshit questions. They're normally like, do you drink and smoke cigarettes and have premarital sex? And what are you doing later? And all these weird questions. She killed it. I had to wait forever. The doctor came in like 3 minutes, looked in my ears, looked in my mouth, looked in my nose without the thing. And she was like, you had a sinus infection. It's leaking into your throat and it's making you cough. Boom. She's like, I'm going to hook you up with some antibiotics, cough medicine, and it'll be gone in a couple days.
You got lean at the house?
I was so hyped. And then I had to do that thing where you're just like, oh, okay, that sounds nice. But inside you're like, I'm fucking do drugs.
I'm going to crack that seal.
Yeah. Then she didn't tell me when the prescriptions would be ready. I told them what pharmacy, and she's like, yeah. And so I waited like an hour, went to the Walgreens by my house. I asked, she's like, yeah, we just got it in. It'll take like 5 minutes. So I sit down. She mispronounces my last name in a comical fashion, which was upsetting. Then I wait forever, and then I go up, and the doctor had told me antibiotic, cough medicine. So I go up to this idiot lady, and she's like, have you had these before? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, oh, okay. And calls the fucking
like head
pharmacist over. And she's like, he needs help with like what he needs to do with the medicine. And I'm like, that's not what I said. And even the pharmacist like looks at me like, really? And she like picks one up and she was like, you take it 2 times a day by mouth. And the other one, she's like, take it 3 times a day as needed by mouth. And the last one, she's like, you apply this and with a lot of water. And I was like, okay. And they didn't give me lean. They gave me these bullshit little tiny capsules
of lean.
No, it's not. I just think it's like just a cough thing. So I was like, okay.
They just don't like handing lean out at the doctor's office anymore.
Yeah. And that's what everyone's always like. I had bronchitis before and they didn't give me codeine is what we're doing. They don't just give you lean. Like, here's your 2 styrofoam cups and you apply this with Sprite.
It looks like the DSW cover. You're like,
hell yeah. And yeah, they like pour you up before you leave.
You
got it in the car. You get pulled over. You're like, no, I have a prescription. Which, if you have a prescription, because like people get caught with lean and it's like super illegal.
The prescription is the CD booklet from DS
yeah.
too.
He's like, oh shit, Groupies is a banger. I'm like, you're telling me you want to come back to my house and listen to it on vinyl? He's like, hell yeah. And he like turns on the sirens and I follow him back to my house.
So you can get home faster.
He's like, pop it on side 2. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Side 2, track 2, hell yeah. 12 knows what's up.
He's like, I don't like all the references to cops, but I understand where he's coming from. And then the third thing was some shit you got to spray in your nose, like some nasal spray.
Oh, yeah.
Which they didn't tell me because I was like, well, I'm taking with a lot of water. I assume it's that because you spray it. I have a fucked up nose. Listen to episode 3 or don't. And that shit just like goes in the back of your throat and is so disgusting for like hours. I cannot like.
You just taste it back there forever?
Yeah. It's horrible.
Ugh.
And I don't like spraying things in my nose. When I had my surgery, I had to do the like nasal spray thing where you get not the neti pot. That one looks fancy. I got the one that's just.
Have you ever done the neti pot?
No, because
that shit feels so good.
Not for me.
It's great. Well, because you feel like you're waterboarding yourself at first, but then
like. But also, I had no surgery, so it's like a whole awful thing. But I had the one
just
where you take it and it's like a tube and you fill it with warm water and the stuff and you just spray it and it shoots out of the other side of your nose and out of your mouth too.
Ugh.
So yeah, I'm dealing with that horrible tasting shit, but. Like, literally, I took the antibiotics on Sunday. I took 2 of them, and then I already felt better. And I was like, oh, I have been sick because I was feeling so tired, and I just assumed I was exhausted.
Yeah.
No, I was sick. I feel fucking great today. I'll beat the shit out of anybody.
You seem like you have a lot of energy today. Yeah, more energy than you've had in weeks.
Yeah, it's because I have apparently been sick.
Yeah. We listened back in the last couple episodes, and you're just like, well.
Yeah, even listening back, I think the last one I was like, I sound like, not myself.
Yeah, there was one recently where you sounded
like a real piece of shit.
Not a piece of shit. You just sound like
I sound like a real piece of shit.
I mean, you always sound like a real.
I'm a
piece of
real
shit.
piece of shit.
I mean, I don't want to say you're a real piece.
I mean,
of shit.
that doctor prescribed me some shit for being a real piece of shit, and it's working.
Said it right on the pad.
Yeah,
fixes being a
it's
real
like,
piece of shit.
It's like codeine, codeine pills,
real piece of
real
shit.
piece of shit or all. That doesn't seem like that would be the name.
That
They're
can't
usually
be
real,
right.
real medical names. Because that's what the bitch read it off to me. She was like, "You got just jargon," and she's like, "Have you had these before?" It's like I have no idea what any of that is.
Sure, why not?
And then I felt like they were like, "Here's an idiot. Explain how to put pills in their mouth or up their butt." She didn't tell me that.
You ever had to take a suppository?
No.
Me
Never
either.
put
Thank
anything in my
God.
butt that I'm aware of.
Same.
Nothing
Same.
personally that I did sober.
Nothing I've personally put in my ass while I was sober.
One time I fell on something and it snuck up there.
Man, I had a you want to hear some fucked up
It was a
shit?
melted snowman. It was the carrot.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it was a slippery, icy
Poor
day.
Frosty.
Yeah, that's not how he wanted to go out. Or maybe it was.
I had a friend tell me recently that she was like seeing this dude, and she he ended up sitting down with her and for like half an hour explained to her that like he wasn't attracted to her, and when he had sex with her he wouldn't finish. It was just for her benefit so she could get off.
Yeah.
And
you got to treat the ladies right.
You got to treat the ladies
even
right.
if you're not
but
gonna
like,
finish.
man, you don't got to sit there and like, even if you're just going to like pity fuck a girl, you don't got to sit there and like go on about how like you're not attracted to her and shit.
Well, yeah.
But then apparently she ended it with, yeah, well, I think you're gay because you wouldn't stop begging me to put my fingers in your ass while I sucked your dick. So
no. Don't shame men for what they like in their butts.
I mean, I'm not shaming it, but okay, I've never wanted anything in my
I get
ass
real
ever.
I get
like,
real
I'm not like
shaky when people get near it.
I'm not saying I'm like shaky about it. It's
people
just
get
not
near
some
it.
who's near your asshole.
Things happen.
Like
just day-to-day life, you know.
No.
Grocery
in
store.
I've who's had their fingers
Traffic.
near your ass at the grocery store?
I don't know, man. Movies. I don't go to movies anymore. Matinees.
For reasons, apparently.
Yeah. There's reasons behind everything. I'm a very calculated person.
I mean, I get that, but how many of these calculations involve fingers in your ass?
I mean, there's a lot of calculations. Of course, a couple are going to have fingers in my ass.
Do they have to?
You're asking the questions I've been asking for a long,
Been trying
long
to make
time.
the calculations for the longest amount of time.
Sick of these calculations.
Goddamn
They
numbers.
don't leave me alone. They didn't tell me math was going to be like this.
They also told me I couldn't carry a calculator everywhere, and we see how that ended up.
Yeah, fuck math, right?
Yeah, fuck 12.
Yeah. Yeah, 12's just a number in math.
Yeah.
X equals Y. Solve for me. This is really loose.
Yeah,
You
the
like
show
it?
is. I like this a lot. This has a good feel to
It's
it.
nice. It's because I'm better. Shout out to my doctor.
Yeah, shout out to whoever gave you some
I thought
not be a piece of shit or all.
I thought I heard that man doctor that made false accusations about my knee. And I was like, if he comes, you ever have something where you're like, I'm over it, but then if it like comes up again, I feel like I might while out. Like I
Yeah.
kept hearing him, and I'm like, if he comes in, I feel like I'm gonna like instantly be like, oh yeah, you're real good at this because you owe me $300 and assumed I had a STD because of my age, and then just while out and be like, give me $300. That's what pops up in the news. Local podcast
Shamed
host,
podcast host and
drama was in a physical altercation outside of a physician's immediate care.
I just get a phone call at like 11 in the morning when I'm at work. It's just you over and over. I step in my office. I'm like, what do you want? And you're like, listen, there's going to be some shit that comes out on the news. It's going to be something about a physical altercation. We should get ahead of it. When they come to you about it, you didn't know, and you don't know me like that. Okay.
Yeah.
You just don't know me like
You're
that.
like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, yeah, perfect.
If somebody came to me about you and they were like, what is this shit? I'm going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, don't you have a talk show?
Yeah,
every
that's
week?
literally all we interact with.
Yeah,
and it's all for entertainment only. None of these things have ever happened.
We're like ZZ Top. We only see each other in the studio and on tour. It's crazy.
They're like shamed podcast host after a physical assault on a physician, which resulted in losing the Monster Energy sponsorship. And I'm like, fuck it, it's done. We lost the Monster account. I'm washing my hands of the whole
Monster
thing.
contacts me. They're like, so could you just keep
We'd
doing
like
a
to.
show?
We don't want to dissolve the relationship per se, but I think you know the direction we need to take this in to continue this.
And I'm like, you know what, guys? I didn't want to have this talk with him at all, but yeah, man. After he murked that doctor, it's been going downhill.
It was real
ever
weird
since.
because he was like, "Show me your dick, motherfucker." pull it out. I've got gonorrhea, or are you projecting? Show me your dick. Project your dick.
And then he tried to show you his dick, and you were like, no, that's not how a marking works.
Yeah, I got to peek at it. Also, it's weird how quickly you were going to show me your dick. You're a doctor. You went to school for 7 years to show a guy your dick in the physician's immediate care parking lot.
That's what it's going to take. You're going to spend all that money just so you can have a power move and show a guy your dick in a doctor's office?
We can all show our dicks. I pull my dick out. He's like, that looks pussy. I'm like, you got to fucking stop. Because my co-host, constantly tries to spin this, and he's like, "Oh, Slim, have you seen Slim's dick?" I'm like, "Real crooked." He's like, "Yeah,
real crooked."
He shouldn't say anything.
Points all the way up, just springs right back up when the girl pops.
It's like a Travis Scott ad lib.
Hell yeah!
I'm like, "It's lit." He's like, "No, straight up." I'm like, "Fuck."
Start telling my bitches how my dick's like a Travis Scott ad lib. Yeah. It's straight up.
It carries the songs.
Yeah. It carries the songs, and after about 15 minutes of it, you're kind of bored.
Yeah, that's true. What were we talking about? Oh yeah,
you
butts.
went to the doctor.
We were talking about butts.
What about butts?
Fingers and butts.
Not my butt.
I mean, not yet.
Ever.
You got to try everything once.
I don't want to try that.
Just when you're real old. And it's loose, it'll probably be nothing.
So what? So the nurse can slip her finger in my ass?
I mean, at some point, someone will have to put a finger in your ass.
Why?
You know that, right? Because
No.
you're going to be 40 and they're going to check your prostate.
40?
They're going to milk you. Isn't that when people put fingers in butts?
Milk? What is it? This
milk your prostate? You've never watched those videos?
They don't milk your prostate.
I think you need to do some research.
They don't.
You've got some big events coming up.
Milk is the incorrect term. I feel
milk,
like.
finger. What's the proper?
Finger and milk are two different things. Because if I said I milked,
you can make milk with your fingers.
But if I said I milked a cow and then I fingered a cow,
well, yeah, but you're taking this out of context.
No, I'm taking the words. And if someone says they're milking my prostate versus fingering my prostate, I have two different visuals. I'm pretty sure
there's videos that back up what I'm talking about.
The milking of a prostate?
Yeah.
I am not going to Google milking a prostate.
Well, ask Jeeves it then.
I don't want to ask Jeeves anything.
Jeeves been fingered in the butt.
Jeeves been ignored for several years. I feel like Ask Jeeves still a thing?
Is probably dead because he looked old. That's why you can't have marketing of an old man. Look what happened to Six Flags. That guy danced himself to death.
Did he?
Yeah. It's real.
Is that accurate?
Is that what? Accurate?
Yeah, is that accurate?
No, it's not accurate. I don't know what that is.
So
that
DJ
old man
Khaled
got his prostate mingled. Wow, what are we talking
mingled
about?
Mingled or milked?
Now I think mingled. Maybe I was wrong. Get your prostate mingled. Get a couple prostates together in a room, give them a couple drinks, see what happens.
Let them milk each other.
I'm on fucking fire. This is the best episode ever.
This episode is going crazy.
Put it on my tombstone.
Put it on
35.
What? Put the tussle with the tub. Put tussle in the tub with the test soup and
no. We're retracting.
Get your prostate milk
on my
and then tussle
tombstone.
with the tub
Just put
soup.
redacted.
Information redacted.
Yeah.
Quote
They're
redacted.
like, well, who is it? I'm like, I don't know. He had a bunch of things come to light that we tried to
standing there with his tough little gut. He's like, hey, with somebody.
He's pouring out a beer, but not much because he's got to drink that tall boy.
Can we talk
Bush Light?
Bringing a giant fucking Bush Light into my house.
He's always got a Bush Light on him. He keeps that motherfucking thing on him, and it's a tall boy Bush Light.
Always a 25 ounce.
Yeah, it's not even tall boy. It's like a tall dad.
Yeah, 25 ounces. That's a tall dad.
Got my tall dad a Bush Light. 25 ounces is such a weird amount. Is that right?
It's like 25 point something. It's like a very specific amount of beer in this can.
That's their commercial. When a tall boy isn't enough, and a 24 ounce doesn't quite do it.
A 25.9.
25.9. Just the perfect amount of alcohol to drink to be a piece of shit.
Then he spilled a bunch of it too because he was sitting there in the chair and he just
poured it on your chair.
Pretty much, just got beer everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of like his lifestyle. Is there's just beer where he was. You know how like sometimes like dogs like chew on their paws on the couch and
like they leave a stain. Yeah,
that's curd, but it's just Bush Light.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound inaccurate.
He pisses straight Bush Light.
It wouldn't.
He recycles it, if you know what I mean.
Pisses
at the bar.
His own
it's
mouth.
like, can I get a glass? He's just peeing in it.
If I ever catch that boy pissing in a glass and drinking it, how much do you think it would cost for us to get him to do that?
I don't know how many beers.
Cole, I know you're listening to the show right now, so how many beers
are we going to say that every episode?
Yeah.
Is that one of the new things?
Yeah, one of the new.
Should we put that on a shirt?
Yeah, we might as well.
Cole, I know you're listening.
just the face just from the playing card. Just take the face and
I'll mock this up.
Please.
We'll get them. Pre-order the Cole. I know you're listening. Sure.
Once we get the design up on Facebook, let's see who would order it.
Yeah.
I want to order
a
one of
weird
those.
thing.
Goddamn.
Everyone
Nice
wants to
shirt.
order one of these.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's the most effort I've ever put into anything
It's
in my
fucking
life.
beautiful.
It's so good. I want to be buried in it.
Okay, you can have that, but I want the Cole. I know you're listening. Sure.
I'll make it. I can make anything.
Yeah, we
So
can have
it's
shirts
stupid.
with. I don't think people
the-
understand the amount and level of audacity the T-shirts that are going to come out
The
of us are going
fucking-
to be.
Too much. They're giving me too much free range with this. I can put anything on a T-shirt. No
Yeah.
questions asked.
Yeah,
You've made a big mistake.
huge mistake letting us have this.
I could, from the shirts that have been requested by us, if I put that on a T-shirt, like, this shit's
I
just
want
ridiculous.
that Kurt shirt.
I'll make the Kurt shirt. I'll forget, but someone remind me.
Cole, I know you're listening. Just that face. Just
I know when we can do it, too. We'll figure it out. Are we
Oh,
going to talk
please.
about him and his
yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about
beautiful
this
contribution?
horrible caucasity that he's forced me to do, and I know you're listening to the show, motherfucker.
I think we got to stop saying it. He's going to sue us.
Where-
Yeah, we're going to no, we're going to bleep that out.
What, the service that we use?
Yeah, we bleep out all services until they pay us, like Monster Energy has been so kind to do it.
So,
I don't need to be
once
paid. You
again, we
can
have
just-
answered this question on the show before.
Yeah, and the thing is, you've listened to every episode. You're probably our most loyal listener. Everyone else who thinks they're a loyal listener, you got to fight Kurd and
you
street
do have to
shirts
fight
off.
Kurt. Yeah.
Regardless of gender, we're an equal opportunity fade catching establishment.
That's going to be the name of the episode.
That's
Equal
another shirt.
Equal opportunity fade catching establishment,
There
circa
you go.
2018.
But yeah, this is wasn't this the Would You Rather?
Yeah, one of these.
Yeah.
Okay, he said,
This is-
would you rather be the first?
No, yeah, that one's old. That was one we answered.
Oh, it's the big one up here?
No, isn't it that?
Is it? Which one is it?
Okay, yeah, I thought that one started with that. Yeah,
No,
you were
it
right.
says-
Okay.
Yeah, it says, would you rather be the first 99% of a blowjob or the last 1%? No homo. And then he signed it Kurd, like we didn't know
Yeah, I
who he
know.
was. So first
Well,
of all,
also the way it's worded sounds like would you rather get 99% of a blowjob or just get the 1%? So we can spin this into that conversation because I think what he means is would you rather suck 99% of the dick or basically just get the cum shot?
yeah,
And that we answered before. We
Yeah.
will not repeat because I don't know what I said.
I don't know what I
Might
said.
have said
yeah,
some shit.
yeah, I don't want to.
It's
go
in the
back
Would You
on what
Rather
I said.
episode. I want to say episode 9, but who the fuck knows?
At this point, there's
this
no
is
way of
35.
knowing.
9. That was before we had video. We were different people.
We were different culture back then.
Yeah, I did some things back then. They're gonna come to light. Anyway,
There's a couple women.
and they know some things. So yeah, would you rather get 99% of a blowjob? All right, we got to put some rules down.
Got to put some
10
zazz-
minute blowjob.
Okay.
Would you rather get basically almost 10 minutes of a blowjob, no coming, or would you rather just come in a mouth, just real quick?
Honestly, man, I'd take the 10 minutes because a lot of it's about power for me personally. It's about like
We're gonna have to edit that. That's gonna get taken out of context.
that is so
That
gonna get
is-
taken out of context.
Woo!
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, what do you fucking want from me? The hard, honest truth on the show or a bunch of bullshit?
I don't want the hard, honest truth. I'll just take the regular truth.
You want a
and
soft
then that
truth?
Other, yeah, I'll take a
Soft truth is I'd rather get the almost 10 minutes of a blowjob.
Okay, just for.
I
just
knew
for
a
fun.
buddy who started hooking up with a girl, and he said that she was sucking his dick, and she would do that to him. She'd give him like the 99% of a blowjob, and then he'd have to like lean out the car and finish. Yeah, I want you to think about this because this.
Well, that took a turn I wasn't expecting.
What kind of turn did you think
I
it
was
gonna
picturing a
take?
bed. I had a
No,
nice,
no bed, just a car.
I had a nice
Just
scenario
car,
in my head. It
apparently.
was working for
He
me.
told me
And
car.
then you're like, lean out of the car.
He told me car.
Lean his bottom half.
Like yeah, like
Or like-
lean out and just
It's the
blow your fucking load out the side of the car.
that's a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Is the
first-
door open the whole time?
I don't think the whole.
You got to
time.
open the door.
Yeah, you got to open the
You
door
gotta
to get
time
the,
that
Yeah,
right.
you got to
You're
time
gonna
it
come
just
on a door
right.
handle.
You're gonna get lots of cum everywhere. You're gonna come all over the interior.
Oh, and that they're gonna charge you
And
more
the
to get that out.
steering wheel.
In the front seat.
Yeah, getting it on the dash, and then you're trying to change the fucking radio stations, and the buttons are all
it's in the
dunked
tape
up.
deck.
In the tape deck.
Your tape deck is full of cum.
Your fucking cottage cheese incident cassette is ruined because it's covered in jizz.
Oh no.
My Phil Collins pants and jacket required.
Oh god. Your Blink 182. Take off your pants and jacket.
My Primus sailing the seas of cheese cassette.
Your fog hat Foghat.
My Canned Heat best of cassette.
Yeah, that's a new poll.
My Nazareth Hair of the Dog cassette.
Okay, no more. Submit to us what you would like to be. I'm trying to think of should it be what you would like to come out of the door of a car listening to, or what you would like to come on?
Okay,
if you have to.
What listening to? What would you? What song do you want to hear?
You get a blowjob.
You're getting your dick sucked by a beautiful woman.
I feel like saying dick sucked so aggressively is not working for
getting your dick sucked.
No, monster. No.
Getting some dome.
Yeah, sure.
Getting some light neck.
Why is it light?
It's not heavy neck.
I got the heavy neck.
She's leather necking it.
Oh, and the gesture. No. Why is it a closed fist? That indicates bad things.
Lots of pressure.
I know.
Lots of harshness.
You're grabbing hair. I know it.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't point at me.
Hell fucking my guy knows what I'm about.
I thought this said 13 minutes, and I was like, there's no fucking way. None of it's been recorded. Our best episode is unreleased.
What, do we had an hour and 13 minutes?
Yeah, but it's a whole thing. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
So yeah, let us know what you would like to get a blowjob to, but then come out of
what
a door.
song do you want to have playing while you blow your load as you lean out the side of the car?
Out of a car.
Pick up the Phone by Young Thug with Travis Scott.
No, you'll die in a car. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let us know. I don't have an answer. I'm still trying to wrap my head around coming out of a car door.
Here's what I don't
want to wrap my head around that.
No, see, and I know the girl and I know the dude, and and every time I saw them after that, all I could have is that horrible visual.
Yeah,
in my
that's
head
why you don't. That's why you don't tell everything to your friends, because then
they get the visual.
You bring a girl around and they're like, "Nah, she won't.
She
won't finish," and he's got to jerk it out of a car.
No, see, if it's like,
what if you open up the door and someone's standing there because you're zoning out?
What are you gonna do if you drive by a park one night on your way home and you just see a car door open and the dude just leans out and just
on my way here,
comes on your car door as you're driving.
On my way here, someone came on my car. It's weird because I was going 60. It was impressive to say the least.
God timed it perfectly.
That guy was like,
big fuck you.
It was God's come.
God's plan.
God's plan. God's plan. That's what I want to come out of the door.
Me coming on your door. God's plan. While you drive by and I come on your car door.
God's plan. Oh my God, what even happened?
Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. I'm just sitting there.
I only love my bed and my mom.
I'm sorry. I'm coming on your car.
This has everything. Yes, it does. Oh fuck! Holy fuck! On my way here, I was driving. People were going so slow that I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then, so I when you wiggle out of your lane to look ahead of you and see what the cars are doing. I look ahead of me. I creep to the left to see if I can pass them or how many people it is. There's a car in front of me. The car in front of them has their door open and someone's leaning out. So then I was like, you know what? I'll just go 45. It's fine. I don't want to know what's going on up there. We're supposed to be going 55.
He was leaning out, coming out the door.
Yeah, it was your friend.
First of all, I don't want to have Sam familiar enough with him that we're going to call him a friend. This is a guy I knew.
Friend of the show.
This is a guy I knew who got his dick sucked and he has to lean out the car door.
We're not saying dick sucked.
What are we saying?
Friend
light leather necking?
No, you're making it worse.
How is that worse?
It just sounds weird.
Light leather necking?
I think a rubber necking, like when you look. Also,
some light
noodle neck.
Gander frocking. Some light noodle necking?
I don't like that it has to be light or heavy. It just can be noodle necking.
What about some intermediate noodle necking?
Fine. If it has to be anything, let's have it be that. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, and I don't know where to go. But yeah, I'm just keep thinking of because you're in a car, you're getting some sexual things happening to you. You're not paying attention of your surroundings.
Jacking off into a sweater like we all tend to do from time to time on long drives because you don't want to fall asleep when you're almost home. No.
And so you open up the door and there's just a homeless man walking by and you're just like, ugh, and come out of the car. And also, there's got to be some drippage because the end of that cum shot is never.
Because I mean, how
fruitful.
often do you have like a cum shot where it's just all out, like it's all gone, like
Just in one pump?
Yeah, just like in one.
That would be amazing. I'd pay to watch it.
I've done that once.
I'll pay to watch you do it.
I'm not gonna say you can't.
To.
I did that trick where like you grip the head of your dick and like
for a
let
long
it
time.
and let it all build up and
That's
then
a dangerous game.
It is a huge dangerous game because I did that and it went everywhere. Like it was embarrassing how much because like I suppose when you shoot it out in like
I've never been embarrassed by how much it is.
I mean I suppose like if you did what I did with it you would be.
Yeah. You used it as pomade, right?
I'm sorry.
I used my cum as pomade. I'm sorry.
I mean, she could have. Goddamn.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you wanted the
And there
truth.
goes no, I said the soft truth. That's hard truth, and you know it.
All I have is hard truths. I can't help it. Soft truths are for pussies.
Yeah. Pussies are like a soft truth.
Life's like a pussy. You don't really give a fuck how it works. You just enjoy it.
I don't. We're gonna edit that out.
No, we can't.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Coming out of a car door really changes.
What was the initial question here?
If you that I was like, I think we got to get back.
There
to
wasn't
something,
the
but I don't
original
know.
question.
99% of a blowjob.
Yeah. Okay.
or
So
one?
what would you rather get? The 99% of the one? Would you rather lean out the car door? Or would you rather come in the girl's mouth?
I'd rather come in the girl's mouth. Leaning out of a car door? If that's the question, you'd rather lean out of a car door?
If it's like a crazy 10 minutes of blowjob, I'll take the trade off. I'm talking like crazy.
I don't know.
Like
So
schlobbing
so
balls.
well, we all know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Okay, that's not gonna play well for audio. Just want to say that first up.
Can't wait to hear that sound clip.
Yeah, can't wait to have to edit that and
Just
turn
make
it down.
that one of the things at the beginning of the show.
Just for 5 minutes for some reason. So that now the question has evolved. So now it is you get 10 minutes of a blowjob and you have to come out of the door
of a moving car or stationary car.
Now we just keep adding layers to
We
it.
have to.
Heard, at first I thought this was a terrible submission, but you know what? It's coming around. Just like a man out of a car door.
Yeah. Like, are we at the park and I'm getting?
Yeah. Hold on. We gotta.
Is the car stationary?
I think the car has to be stationary.
So we're parked somewhere.
Are you You're in the driver's seat?
Yes.
Yeah. Then the car should be stationary for everyone else's safety.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine if you ran over a kid and you were about to come out of a door? That's gonna come up.
It's a wild.
That's
ride.
gonna come up eventually.
That's gonna come back.
You can't escape that. Yeah. That's not.
No,
that's
there's
not,
no escaping that.
That's gonna be a headline I don't want to have to deal with.
Don't want to fuck with it. Yeah.
No. So yeah, we're stationary. You're in the driver's seat. Is it nighttime or daytime? I feel like that plays a huge part, to be honest.
Sun's going down.
Sun's going down.
Sun will be down. Sun will be completely set in like hour.
An hour after I come out of a car.
Yeah. So like there's
Is
still
it
daylight.
summer?
Yeah.
So it's late. 'Cause
Nice
sun's
outside, laid out. Let's say it's
It's
like
like
8.
coming out of a car door weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not talking about doing this in the middle of the winter. When the dudes told me
Would
the
it
story, it
freeze?
was in the middle of the winter.
Could you imagine if it was like below zero and you like
You
came
shoot the
and
low
it
and
just
it's just icicles that shoot
Yeah.
out and just drop.
you got to
and, like,
break it
tinkle.
off
They're like,
and throw it, and then you throw it and it hits a homeless person. Like, what is that? Frozen cold?
stabs him right in the eye.
Oh, now that's another headline.
Sorry.
But it's you this
It's
time
that
saying
guy.
that. Oh, he catches it
Oh.
like a lightning bolt, like a Zeus lightning bolt.
So it was just.
So we're not gonna top this episode ever.
No,
but
this episode is wild.
I don't know. I guess because I think the original question is more intriguing because just 10 minutes of a blowjob with no finish, I don't think I could do because that's just like a tease.
You gotta have the denouement. You gotta have that finish at the end.
I don't want you to use words like that at
What,
me.
denouement?
You know I don't know what that means. How would I know what that means?
I don't know. I assume maybe you know what some literate words are. Forgive
No,
me for
I'm
assuming your intelligence.
Basically illiterate because I'm so ill. I think
Coming
that
out of
ruined the
cold-
podcast.
Yeah, now
Fuck.
this episode is the
I
worst
was doing-
episode we've
yeah.
ever done, and it's
It's
all your
up in-
fault.
It's peaks and valleys. It's like a roller coaster.
Nothing
And you
but
come out
valleys.
of the door on it.
Come on the roller coaster.
Come on the roller coaster. But it's going to come back to bite you, literally.
It's
It's going to be like when you
you're gonna
spit
let
on
go
that
over and
ride
stuff.
that you spin around in.
Oh god, and the cum just backs in. Ugh.
Yeah, you've clearly came on one of those. Because it's a
I
liberating
don't,
ride.
I don't want to go telling tales out of school or nothing, but
Yeah. That field trip was made real weird by you.
wasn't my fault.
Yeah, so
Everyone else made it weird by looking.
if it's 10 minutes coming out of the car door, I'll probably do that. If it's 10 minutes with no ejaculation
Yeah.
and versus Just the ejaculation? I gotta go just the ejaculation. That'd be like jerking off for 10 minutes and then just putting your dick in your pants and proceeding with your day.
I mean,
there's going to be a lot of leakage.
I'm coming regardless.
No, I think it makes a better question if you just get 99% of a blowjob, no finish. She just goes.
But then what am I doing for the rest of the time? Am I fucking? Do I like jack off until she's ready? Like what happens?
What is she ready for? She's not swallowing your cum.
If she's taking the 1% of the blowjob, then
yeah, if you choose that, yeah.
So if I choose, what do I do up until then? Though, do I just stand there and like awkwardly jerk off?
It's like you wake up and you're just
ready to come.
Yeah. Like if you need such fucking, like, if this wasn't a hypothetical and you want it to be so literal, she's been blowing you in your sleep, real good gal, real giving, blowing you in your sleep, you're like deep into sleep, but you're having a dream that it works into it, and you wake up and you're already there and you're just like, oh, which is how it sounds when
First
you
of
come.
all,
I know it is.
If you can sleep through 10 minutes of a blowjob, props to you, first of all.
Yeah, I think that speaks to a lot of things. But that's the scenario here, since you can't just put a hypothetical where you just are in a blowjob and you're finishing.
No,
so you sleep through and you wake up and you like get like 3 seconds of blowjob and then come. That or just 99% of a blowjob, but you don't get to come.
Yeah, I'll take the last half.
Yeah, the cum.
Yeah, I'll take the cum.
Yeah, you got it. Otherwise, it's just like, it's nice. I'm sure it's
because I mean, if I was leaning out the car door, I would take it.
Yeah, we're all leaning out of the car door if that's the question. But
no, I'll just take the common part, I guess, because really that's just the whole goal, anyways.
Yeah, that's like what you want.
Yeah, it's
and
just
like,
that hot to 15 seconds of nothingness where nothing matters.
Yeah, you don't want, like, as much as like the rest of the blowjob is like fantastic and like one of my favorite things. Yeah, it's like hitting a piñata, but no candies in it. You know what I mean? It's just filled with cum.
A piñata filled with cum?
Out of a car door.
I just lost a fucking earring somewhere.
Good. This episode's so good. Your ears are just exploding.
Yeah, my ears
and your hat, the way your hat. This one, you only got to watch the video on this one.
Yeah,
we'll take the loss on our staggering iTunes charts that are just out of this world. Just to get some YouTube views because they're not very good. So since we don't have good YouTube views, just put it on in the background when you're not home.
Yeah.
Let your dog watch it. You come home and your dog's coming out of a car door.
Oh God! Come home and your dog's doing all the shit we say on the show.
That's
how we get a lawyer dog. Someone played all the episodes for their dog, and the dog was like, "These guys need help. They're in a rough spot."
Now it's bad again.
Yeah, it's
up and down. We can't go with the, I think we don't need puns. I think if we cut out the puns.
But I mean, we're the Dapper Dads. We got to have puns.
That's true. We need puns and shoes. I'm not going to explain that. Buy us shoes. You want to get into this other submission we got?
If we must.
It's a hefty one.
It's a porker, all right.
I'd pork this submission if I had to. Oh, I love death metal. You listen to Waking the Cadaver?
Oh, yes.
It's our summer tour. Get tickets now. We'll be playing dive bars and DIY spaces.
Man, check out our black metal punk crossover band, the Dapper Dads.
Yeah, we got to keep the branding together. I mean, you get that Monster Energy sponsorship. Everything's got to be a
Monster Energy tour sponsored, where we do a 20-minute crust punk black metal show beforehand, and then do a live recording of an episode afterwards.
This sounds right. They sponsor extreme things. This seems extreme to me.
Yeah.
Right?
An extreme...
Are they taking Smoke Perp on tour? Or is that someone else?
I have no idea.
Perfect. This submission...
They should.
This submission... do I say the name? The name's here. This is a real name, so I never know if I should say.
Don't say it's real there.
Fine, you know who you fucking are. And if we can say your name, then start putting it in any submission. If we can say your name, say we can say your name. Otherwise, we're not going to say it unless it's blatantly fake, like a lot of the names we've gotten.
Yes.
So this is from a person, and the title is Hot Fresh Submission for You Fucks. I love you, but fuck you too.
Yeah, fuck you too.
We love you and fuck you too. So it says, so first off, I am 1000% down to go laser tagging with the dads. I don't remember when we mentioned that, but we are gonna get into that because adult laser tag is the best. I wouldn't call it laser tagging because it sounds weird, and when you take the oath, you really have to stand behind it. Second, I went to Taco Bell for breakfast this morning because I hate myself, my ass, and anyone unfortunate enough to use a bathroom after me. And also, I was running errands and doing shit, so I needed food quick. Anyways, I pulled in, and I shit you not, there was some bitch in the drive-thru taking 10 minutes to order. This is after I got there, and I know it was 10 minutes because I was listening to your fucking show. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for listening.
I got tired of waiting, pull out, winky face, park and go inside, another winky face, order my food, pay, leave, and this douche nozzle is still ordering or giving special instructions or something. Really pisses me off because this poor drive-thru dude probably just got into work and now he has to deal with this 50-year-old hag that has to have her processed, shitty fake food prepared just right, like she isn't gonna have exploding ass syndrome after the fact. So I beg this question: what is the most ridiculous thing you fine fellows with sizable hogs have ever witnessed in a drive-thru? I do want to emphasize that I did not exaggerate any of that.
That is the whole submission.
It's written that we have sizable hogs. That means it is illegal. Everything's
It's
official.
a fact. It's a lawful fact we have sizable hogs.
Sizable hogs. Secondly, all the things that we said about Taco Bell were not of our own speaking.
No, that was a submission. We love you, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, if you want to, partner up with Monster Energy Drink, maybe make some sort of monster taco, since you love to
make a monster slush that we can drink with.
No, I think it's gotta
tacos.
be taco. It's taco with monster in it. I figured it out already. It's extreme, to say the least.
They just dump a monster on the taco.
Monster makes everything better. I think we can agree on that.
If I brought you some Taco Bell tacos and a monster and dumped it on there, would you eat it? For the show?
For Monster, yeah.
For Monster?
Monster, if you want to. I don't know if you want to be with that or you want to separate yourself from that. Let us know and we'll plan accordingly.
We'll make it happen.
Our overlords at Monster Energy. I think this is just Taco Bell drive-thru. Am I right? Like
yeah.
Every time I'm in Taco Bell drive, I spent 15 minutes last time I went there.
Very rarely do I have good, quick happenings at a Taco Bell drive-thru.
Because like I always say, you order too much food at Taco Bell. So I think that's part of it. Is you're looking and you're like, well, I would take everything, but I'm poor. So then you like have to do it in your head, like, do I want? And you got to do all that math. I do also want to say, because I've heard of this happening, sometimes they have to have like interpreters for like deaf people, so that could be one of the weird things. If you've seen someone having like a ridiculous service, that could I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
it could also just be an idiot. But yeah, last time I went there, it took 15 minutes, and the guy in the drive-thru was so like over the top. It was unbelievable. So I think he was just making banter. It also appeared to be maybe his first day. He wasn't crushed enough by life yet.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know if I've ever had.
I know back in the day, my father was a big. What he would do is if he felt someone was taking too long to order, he would put his car in neutral behind them and just rev the engine.
Yes.
Which is just one of the biggest fucking dick moves you can possibly do to somebody.
Done a lot of things. Also, one time in a drive-thru, my dad had very long hair because he's just a rock star. And he was like turning away from the driver's side window to get like his wallet or something. And the employee at the drive-thru window goes, so there'll be $10.50, ma'am. And my dad whipped around and was like, ma'am. And I'm sure that worker shit himself.
Yeah.
But I love that forever. Because my dad's like a lady.
Like a tiny little lady.
Yeah, like a frail old woman.
Fuck around, get murdered.
Yeah, but I'd say probably the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a drive-thru is me drunk in a drive-thru. Not driving the car, but being corralled through a drive-thru. I remember specifically one time blasting Waka Flocka hard in the paint, and someone yelled, "We're calling the cops." I don't know if they were or what, but I didn't turn down for anything. I was like, call them.
There was one time I was with a bunch of people in a car, and we were trying to get Steak and Shake very late at night / early in the morning. And a guy came up to the car and was asking for gas money and if we had any gas money or anything because he needed to buy a gas can and stuff. And he pulled out a blunt and was like, "I'll sell you this blunt for $9."
It's a reasonable rate.
And so my buddy whipped out $9 and bought the blunt from him. And I was like, "Are you going to smoke that?" And he goes, "Well, I paid $9 for it." And so he smoked it while we were in the drive-thru waiting for the food.
Yeah, see, that's how long it takes.
It takes for fucking ever. You can smoke a whole blunt in the driveway while waiting for fucking Steak and Shake because they apparently take for fucking ever. It amazes me that place.
Steak and Shake shouldn't have a drive-through.
It should,
right?
Okay, to me, a place that does not have pre-made food should not have a drive-through, because at Steak and Shake they like make the burgers.
That's how I feel about like Happy Walk. I go through the drive-through at Happy Walk and it takes forever because they're like
they have to make your food.
And I'm not pissed. I'm like, I feel you. It's gonna take a minute.
But like, you shouldn't have a drive-through option, because the idea of a drive-through is that it's gonna be quicker and convenient. You know,
you shouldn't have a drive-through if you have such petty little fries.
Yeah,
that's my biggest. I don't want to harp on it. That's another T-shirt coming soon.
I don't want to harp
on it. But their fries are ridiculous.
Yeah,
you got to eat it with a fork, and they're just like falling. It's just like, why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You could have just had normal fries. You think this sets you apart? This and not your milkshakes?
And your shitty fucking burgers.
Yeah. That's what I've never really cared for Steak and Shake.
I have when I've been like very drunk and just need big amounts of beef and grease in my body.
See, that's not my go-to. I forget that Steak and Shake even exists, honestly. Like,
I did until I don't want to give that away. Until I started being in the vicinity of one more often. I didn't realize that they were. Yeah, I didn't realize that they were open 24/7 all the time. Like, because you either think like McDonald's or Taco Bell. Like, that's the two main go-tos that you think of. You know. Yeah. Steak and Shake just isn't really doing it for me. I like to color. If I eat in. Last time I was there, I ate in and colored with a buddy. Someone took a picture of me and my friend coloring. We're not friends anymore. Put that on a T-shirt. Coloring in Edward 40 Hands ruins friendships.
Yeah. And there's some like big cartoonish man in the background, and he looks like he's the third person at our booth. It's ridiculous. And then it was funny because my friend thought the waitress was attractive. So before we left, I wrote his phone number on the receipt and was like, call me, like hearts and whatnot. And then later we were still together, and he was like, she just texted me. And I was like, I was fucking with you, but it's going to work out. And then through texting more, that girl gave the receipt to her boyfriend, who was so insecure that he texted and was like, fuck you trying to hit on my girlfriend at work? Which I feel like you should, like, can you do that at a job? That seems like you could get in trouble for like
what?
So someone leaves you a phone number. You're a waiter. Some girl leaves your phone number. You take it, give it to a girlfriend, and she talks shit on the phone. Don't you think that could come back to bite you at your job?
Come back negatively.
If I call Steak and Shake and I'm like, someone is threatening me because I left a phone number, I feel like they're gonna be corporate about it. They're not gonna be like, shouldn't have left your phone number. That bitch is locked down. We'd all try to smash Stacy.
Man, we were all trying to smash Stacy when corporate was in there for the last meeting. But Tony's a fucking asshole.
Tony threatened to stab me. And then he stabbed one of my wheels and was like, that'll be your throat. Oh, man. We all know Stacy's.
Then we drove away.
Yeah. He made me drive away knowing my tire was flat. Caused a lot of damage to the vehicle.
Fucking Tony.
Fucking Tony. But yeah, I don't have really great drive-through stories. No. It's just, it's never great.
I don't really go through a drive-through enough to constitute doing that.
Yeah, I actually stopped eating fast food. I didn't want to be that guy. But the last time I did eat fast food was after Brockhampton because it was just a hell of a day. And I pulled into McDonald's, very regrettable, at 5:30 in the morning.
Regret.
Yeah, that's what you do at 5:30 in the morning. And I was behind a minivan with Iowa plates and a big veiny penis on the back of it. I might have said this, but that penis was haunting. Elegantly drawn in the dirt on the van. And then I got 2 sausage biscuits with egg, no cheese. Stop adding cheese to everything. 2 hash browns and a milk. I scarfed it the fuck down. And it was delicious as fuck. And then you felt terrible 5 minutes later, I thought I was going to be sick. So it's good and bad, just like this episode of the podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of good and bad, do we want to get into the list?
Yeah, let's get into this list. So for those of you who may not be familiar, Double XL is a hip-hop publication magazine, if that's still a thing. And every year they do the freshman list. It's the new up-and-coming rappers. And we thought I don't know when it comes out. Hopefully not before this episode.
Hopefully.
It's soon. They're voting for it as of recording.
Yeah.
They do 10 people. The 10th spot can be voted in online by fans. Blah, blah, blah. So we wanted to put our hip-hop knowledge together to make we're going to predict what they're going to go with, and then we're going to choose our own list, which is going to be superb to theirs, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
I had to really work that one out.
I saw that. Looked painful.
Do you think I'm going to be okay?
Nightmare.
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 Gotta go. Later at the bar. Nightmare.
That should be our emergency code in public between the squad if there's ever a problem. We just be like, nightmare.
Nightmare. You gotta say it 3 times.
Nightmare. Code Nightmare, Code Nightmare, Code Nightmare.
So first do what we think they're gonna go with.
Yeah, so first we'll do.
I feel like we're gonna. Should we go one by one? I feel like we're gonna have a lot of the same.
Some of them
know what
are
I
probably
mean?
going to be the same, but we'll
definitely
see.
are gonna be on there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you started off, and I'll let you know if.
Okay, so it was 10, right? We were supposed
10,
to pick
yeah.
10. Okay, so the first one I picked was Tekashi 6ix9ine. I
Mhm.
feel like he's definitely going to be on the list, regardless of how much I think he should be.
Yeah.
I definitely believe
We're not a fan. We're not gonna harp on it and give attention to it.
No, but I as much as we don't like him, he is very successful and very
but
popular.
very popular.
So it's hard to admit that he's not on the come up. So I would definitely go ahead and say
Yeah,
6ix9ine.
it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, someone I have Lil Pump.
I
Right.
also had Little Pump on my list as well.
Lil Pump should have been on last year's.
Yeah,
He's like-
I actually, when I was looking at the thing, I was like, it's amazing that he's not on.
That was
last
my
year's.
biggest upset with last year's. Was I thought he should have been on it.
Yeah, and I mean,
now I feel
especially
like-
with Gucci Gang and everything.
Yeah,
he is,
well, that
he
came.
has
Yeah,
to
that
be.
now he's exploded. Now I could see him not being on it because that's the thing
Because
too.
he's so
People
big,
turn it
yeah.
down. Like Thug turned it down because he had surpassed it. By the time with how the internet works, like when this shit started, it was more like topical because
Right,
of
yeah.
magazines, and you didn't know like the first one had like Blue on it and like early people. Now the internet works so fast that he should have been on last year's. Now he's out of the fucking gate. Like
Right,
like
yeah.
whether you like it or not, he's like one of the biggest rap stars at the moment.
He is.
So
yeah.
he should be on it, and I could see them going with it.
I also said 03 Greedo is going to be on this year's list just because he's not somebody I personally fucks with a lot, but it's a name I've seen a lot, and it's stuff I've seen floating around everywhere a lot.
The new tape. I did not go with him. I don't think he's there yet, and because there's a few things with Double XL, I think they do the list too early as part of
Yeah.
it. They also like require people to come and show them new music as
Yeah.
part of it. So some people don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Like Post Malone turned that down to come show him music, and that's a weird thing. I think whether or not they come and show you new music
Yeah.
shouldn't really be an indicator because they're going to be big. If not,
Mhm.
I think Greedo's gonna have a good year, and that tape is good. Wolf of Grape Street
Yeah.
came out, and yeah, I could see him doing big. I just don't know if he's gonna make it yet in their eyes. I had Smoke Perp, same thing with Lil Pump. I
Yeah.
feel like he's right there with him. I think they both should have been on last year because they
Yeah.
basically came up together.
Because Smoke Perp has very much blown up in the last
Oh, yeah.
year, I feel like.
Yeah, he's like on like not as big as Lil Pump, but like they literally went on tour together. They're like
Mhm.
best friends, like they're arm in arm, and
Yeah.
should have been on last year's.
I said Black Boy JB is going to be on the XL list for the come ups because I mean the dude's got collabs with Drake, 21
Mhm.
Savage. He's got a lot of big names under his belt.
Yeah,
They all kind of sound the same.
yeah.
I don't want to
I'm
be
not
that guy.
not a big fan of him. I couldn't figure out my 10th spot.
Mhm.
I'll get to my notable mentions as well that I didn't put on, but
Mhm.
I think could be. And yeah, I ended up thinking him just because of the cosigns.
Yeah.
But he's also very new too. Like he just
It's
came,
one of those-
in my opinion, just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
people
I
have known
didn't
about
even
him.
hear about him until the Drake
Yeah,
thing
I
happened.
didn't
And what was
either.
that, a month ago?
Yeah,
if
it
that,
was very
yeah.
recent. But I could see it with the cosigns. Another one I had Ski Mask the Slump God.
I think he should.
He
Yeah.
should be. He's definitely. I'll spoil mine. He's definitely on my list of who
Mhm.
should be. But he's also like got a lot of cosigns if the fucking tape ever comes out.
Right,
And that's
yeah.
another thing too is sometimes I feel like people hold their projects until they're announced as a freshman, which is a good hype builder.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
think
but
he
I mean,
should.
Ski Mask already announced Beware the Book of Eli.
I feel like it might be waiting to come out. I've
Yeah.
seen people like hold their like even if they announce them, hold their project until all the hype is
Mhm.
coming out, get the freestyle out, and then fucking do it. But yeah, he should definitely be on it. I feel like he could have been on it last year if he was
Yeah.
a little bit because he's with X all the time too.
Mhm.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing with like Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, like adjacent people.
I said Famous Dex is probably going to be on the XL list this year just because he's somebody that's gotten a lot of coverage on the come up this year. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
he's had
He
a
had
couple
big
slappers.
collabs with-
Huge collabs coming out
ASAP.
this year. I feel like Famous Dex and Rich the Kid are almost somewhat in the same lane.
They're also like intertwined. Like,
right. Yeah.
Everybody has a sidekick now. I didn't go with Famous Dex because they keep sliding him because he's been like supposed to be on like the last two because he's been
Yeah.
around for a minute. That's the thing too. It was supposed to be rappers who didn't have an album out was the original thing.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's out the window. I think because projects are so weird now. There's not a lot of official albums.
Mhm.
I would like to see Dex on it. I don't know if they'll go with it. I didn't say so. I did say Lil Skies. 'Cause
I also
he's
said Lil Skies.
blown up tremendously.
Yes.
Also out of nowhere.
Mhm.
And he's always affiliated. What's the other kid that he's always
he's
with?
affiliated with Landon Cube. That's
Yeah.
who he's affiliated
Everybody's got.
with. But
that's the key.
Landon Cube is like a pop star though. He's not like a rapper at all.
Yeah, but he's still like very tight
they're
with him. They're like
affiliated, yeah.
he's like his hype man from what I know.
I said Jid is probably going to make it onto the freshman list just because he's somebody where I was honestly very impressed with his tape that came out. He is going to be playing at Soundset this year when we go. I wouldn't mind checking out his set if it's something that we can work into the day. But he's somebody where I feel like he's got a solid enough reputation and a good enough project underneath his belt that he's going to be someone that is at least a good contender for the list.
I could see it because I do think they try to shake it up. I'm not a huge fan of him. I don't mind him, but don't go out of my way. I said Trippie Redd.
I didn't think anything. I don't think so. I really don't believe Trippie Redd's going to make it.
He's huge right now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I just can't get into him.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but he has like the song with Travis Scott. He's got some. He was supposed to.
I didn't like
to be on
that
God's
song
plan.
at all.
He was supposed to be on God's plan.
Really?
Drake. Yeah, it just didn't turn his verse in time, which is a huge fuck up. Like,
Huge
why would you
fuck
not
up.
do
Yeah.
that?
Can you imagine if he was on God's plan?
That would have blown him out of the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him, but like looking online and shit,
A lot of people are.
He's huge, so I could definitely. I think that should be what they go with.
I think, and this isn't reflective of what I think. I think Jaden Smith is going to be on the XL list this year, just because when Icon came out, that's one of it's almost like a meme, but it's not. It's like it's a joke that he's out here doing music, but people are taking it seriously.
I like some of his music. He's also going to be at Soundset, and I really want to see him. I think he's a captivating person more so.
Yeah,
but he's got like 2 songs I fucking love.
Yeah,
and
he's got some shit that slaps.
He does some shit. He does some more interesting shit. I feel like he won't be on the list because of who he is. Like, he definitely doesn't need the list. I don't know if it's something he's even interested in.
But I think it'd be something just because of where he's at in the culture right now. He's going to be on the
It would
list.
make it more interesting. So I would like to see that. I did not pick him for one. I said YBN Namir because like he's also like crazy big. I saw a video of a girl crying to meet him. Granted, he only has a handful of songs.
Yeah,
but
that's what kind of gets me with it. He doesn't
rubbing
really have
off the paint. Like Vince Staples did a freestyle of that. He's like, I seen like his video went from like 100,000 views to like 8 million in like a couple weeks. Like he doesn't have a big catalog, but I could see him being a choice.
I said Joey Perp for another name on the list just because
I feel like that definitely will not happen.
I feel like it will not happen, but he was somebody who was on the list for the voting, and I was like, man, he's a solid enough performer, and he's so good.
Yeah. I feel like people just don't like that. I think
I know, and that's what
Chicago,
sucks.
Since we're Chicago adjacent, we're in that how I feel like other places like Atlanta, you always hear people like, oh, this person who you've never heard of is fucking huge. And I feel like that's how it is with Joey Perp.
He's one of those big guys, kind of like Tokyo and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
those because Tokyo I think was on the last one. And
and I fuck with Tokyo so hard. I was playing.
I like some of his shit. His new album where he went to space. I wasn't a huge fan.
I liked that one a lot. I thought it was so good. I liked the Community Service Part 2 EP that he did. Because he has a song with Joey Perp on there, Playing Fair. I still play that song a lot because I love that shit.
Tokyo song, God in Me. I was free. Is that Joey Perp on there? I don't remember.
I don't think it's
the
Joey
other.
Perp on there.
Someone from Save Money. That song is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I had Tay-K. Tay-K's huge.
What's he gonna do? Do it live FaceTime from prison?
They've had people who were like, X was supposed to be locked up. Kevin Gates was facing all this shit. Like, they'll do it.
Yeah.
I feel like there was someone, but I could be wrong. But yeah, they just don't.
Isn't Tay-K in prison right now?
Yeah, he's in prison facing 2 murder charges. So
yeah.
Like it or not, I like Tay-K. I mean, it is what it is.
See,
the race was huge.
The way I look at it, man, you can't.
He just had that.
You can't support Tay-K and then like shit on dudes like X for the shit that they do, because Tay-K murdered 2 people.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of shit with that like I don't know any context of it. With things like X, there's a very condemning testimony.
Yeah.
And that's what when things are like, if they came out with a Tay-K thing and they had like a really crazy like document of like exactly what happened, it might change it. I've just heard he's facing murder charges and he may have shot someone in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Possibly. Like, I don't think there's enough facts, and I don't know. I do fuck with it. I did fuck with X, and then I found out things and I don't anymore. So things got to come to light. I just think he's huge right now. He had the song with Block Boy JB that like is now like super popular.
Yeah.
So I could see it. I don't know.
I said Lil. We had already mentioned Lil Skies, didn't we? Then the last one that I had picked for who I think is going to be on the list, I picked Lil Xan. Yeah. Just because he's somebody who culturally is coming up a lot. Total Xanarchy is going to be coming out very soon.
I was thinking Lil Xan, but I think he fucked himself. I think the Tupac
he fucked himself
thing
with
really,
the Tupac thing. Yeah.
Really fucking got him. I don't know why.
Which is so crazy because I hear all these kids out here disrespecting the old culture like that.
Yeah, they just fucking. I think because no one wants to like him because he looks white and his name is stupid, and people really don't like that Betrayed song, even though it's incredible.
I love that Betrayed
I
song.
love it, but people call it like lullaby hip hop and all this stupid shit.
Yeah.
You just can't say shit about Tupac, who was an alleged rapist as well. So,
Yeah,
like,
Tupac
you can
allegedly
say a
did
lot
a lot of
things.
terrible things.
Yeah, and I think I also have never been a Tupac fan. Like, I don't.
No, not at
he
all.
was born after Tupac died. I don't know how you can keep harping on that.
And that's my
when,
thing.
like,
It's like
kid. This is a kid.
Well, it's a kid, and then like you don't see like painters out here like like saying like, oh, well, I can't believe he disrespected this old painter.
Yeah,
It's
even
like,
other genres of music. Hip hop is so weird.
Yeah, like,
and it's because it's too young. So the people who are obsessed with the old shit is because it was new then, and they don't like anything kids are doing. And what the fuck ever. But yeah, it really got him. I don't know why. Like, people like will not let him get by with it. Because O3 Greedo said Tupac was a bitch, and everyone was like, that's funny. But they just don't like Xan, and it's like a scapegoat for a reason to not like him. My last one, which this worked out well, is probably the most upsetting one, but I believe it's gonna happen. Bad Baby. The Catch Me Outside
Bad
girl.
Bobby, you mean?
Yeah. I, for the longest time, thought her name was Bad Barbie because I just never read it. You know how you glance at things and it's spelt stupid? So I was like, it's Bad Barbie. And then I heard an interview with her, and I was like, oh, it's Bad Baby with an H? It's weird.
I don't want her to be.
I don't want her to, but I feel like they need the token girl. Last year it was, is it Kamaya or whatever?
I think so, yeah.
No
I don't even hear about her anymore.
No, I heard about her, I think YG. She might be signed to YG. She was on a YG song.
Yeah.
I've heard songs for her. She's not bad. I seen her perform live for like a minute, and then I left because I don't care.
Yeah.
But I feel like they do try to have like the token hip-hop girl, because Kamaya should have not been on last year's list.
No.
And believe it or not, the Catch Me Outside girl is incredibly popping amongst the youngins.
I know.
So I feel like that
So
just to
terrible.
shake things up, because I feel like that's another thing with Double XL is they want a like controversial list. They want people to talk about it. Put the Catch Me Outside girl on there. She's 15, white girl. Yeah,
on the cover of a rap magazine. Yeah, it's gonna.
I feel like it's gonna happen. So that's our picks for what we think. I do want to shout out my. I had. When I was debating it, I also said Lil Xan as a possibility. I would like to see it. I hope he can overcome his trials. I think he goes by Diego now. I think he changed his name about all this. Famous Dex, I'd love to see. Jay Critch, I would like to see. I feel like he would have been the king of New York if the other clown wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And he deserves to be on there instead. And then I said Sa Baby. I don't know if anyone cares about him, but he also has like a crazy following. Because if it's the voting thing, that does make it
that does help.
You just have a ton of fucking fans to vote things in, because they put it so everyone can be voted in, so you don't know who it is. So they just go by who already isn't on the list. So you never know. Those are my other possibilities, but you want to get into what we would like it to be?
Yes. So I will say that my first 4 picks from what I would like it to be did come from who I think would be on the list, and from those 4, I picked Lil Xan, Joey Perp, Ski Mask, and Famous Dex, just because those were 4 that I thought could be on the list that are on the ones that I personally really want. Lil Xan for obvious reasons, Ski Mask for obvious reasons. You know, all the people I picked were people that I've been fucking with a lot, people that we listen to a lot, people that I genuinely listen to, and I'm like, this is a talent that needs to be recognized. Like, tell me you haven't listened to enough Ski Mask the Slump God to realize that guy is a genuine rap talent out there.
He's getting boring. I haven't liked his recent output, but like, yeah, he could definitely make some crazy shit. His flow is like impeccable. And
was there anybody on the list you wanted from who you think is going to be on there?
Yeah, people. I got quite a few. Repeat ones. I said I'd like to see Lil Pump. I feel like he deserves it.
Yeah,
out of anyone,
Lil Pump deserves.
Out of anyone on that list, I feel like he's the most popping.
Yeah.
Like, whether you like it or not. Ski Mask, I want to see as well, of course. Tay-K, I want to see because it's ridiculous, and I feel like he does have
if XXX Tentacion can do it, Tay-K can do it.
And if we got the other idiot, and then Famous Dex.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also had 4 that we'd already said that I'd like
we
to see
each
on
have
there.
6 that we chose that we wanted to see. So let's go through that.
My number 1 that I want more than anyone is Valet.
Yes.
Like, as soon as I seen it, I was like, I voted for him several times. We all know, we talk about it. I fucking love Valet. That project, even though 3 or 4 of the songs I'd already heard, still I can't quit listening to it.
It's
He's
still
gonna
fantastic,
be big. There's a video coming out for Skinny, and I feel like it's gonna propel him. he should be on it. He's fucking like my favorite rapper right now, especially out of anyone on the list. Like personally, for who I listen to the most, Valet by miles.
For somebody, I put someone on here that was on the voting list that I fuck with a lot. I put down Night Lavelle.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, something's gonna.
Yeah, because and if you haven't fucked with Night Lavelle before, remind me to. I want to put a Night Lavelle song on the next playlist that we put out so people can get something. He's got that because a lot of the rap I listen to, I also like a lot of that underground sound. One of the other artists I put on here for my personal XL list was Scarlord, just because he is so unique in the sense that he creates that abrasive industrial sounding rap that I'm a big fan of, where he does like the dark abrasive industrial. Night Lavelle is more like just the dark. He's got that very dark, moody nocturnal sound that I really enjoy. It sounds very big and heavy when you listen to it, you know?
Yeah.
So Night Lavelle was one of the guys I definitely felt would be on my personal.
I was surprised to see him on the list because I feel like he's not very big. Was there a bunch of people on the list that you've never even fucking heard of?
So many people on that list.
I like have heard of a lot of them. That's usually where I like gauge myself. Like, who do I know? And then I was like, wow, I've never heard of.
Yeah,
like,
I actually want to go through that again and write down everyone I didn't know.
Yeah,
just
I
so
wanted
to
listen to them. I also read an article about like where streaming is as like a basis for maybe what they'll use. That's where I learned a lot about like who actually has crazy numbers, believe it or not. And like the number one person was one of the people I've never even heard of. Apparently they had some song that was just like massive, like millions and millions of Spotify.
Do you remember who
streams.
it was?
No, I feel like it's a short name. I'll have to look, but I don't know. I didn't even listen to him yet. Another person I had that was on the list, Young Pinch. Because I really like the mixtape. Again, he's someone.
Haven't listened to Young Pinch at
all. You know that No Good song I play a lot.
Yeah.
I've been up to No Good. That's him. He's like a very melodic white kid from California. A lot of it is just real like, I don't know, smooth like summertime music, like a beat. Like if you pictured a beach, a rapper when that is the beach, I think of Young Pinch.
Okay.
The mixtape, I brought it. I mentioned it briefly on the year-end wrap-up. I can never remember what it's called. It was super good. He's someone else. His latest output has been all over the place. But I feel like he could do some shit. He's very melodic and different. So I'd like to see him on there. I don't think it'll happen at all. But
yeah. Someone else I went with, I said Hooligan Chase, who is a guy that we both listen to personally quite a bit. Has 2 EPs out, and they're iffy, to say the best. They're not the best thing.
When he makes a good song, he makes a good song. A Damn Shame song.
A Damn Shame is fantastic.
That's so good.
Asshole, obviously is fantastic.
All
Pobrecito is one of those songs. That's one of those songs that grew on me because the beat is so very like send it up, like it's very abrasive and hard sounding. But once like you get into it and like kind of start moving with it, you're like, okay.
I just watched an interview with him too, and he seems like he's got his head on his shoulders for once. So I would also like to see that. But I had my last 4 are like, we're not in the voting. These are just people who should be. This is where I think XXL is behind. So Comethazine is like fucking, that's another person I've been listening to a ton of. He does sound a lot like Playboy Cardi and like Made in Tokyo, like very similar. Even the ad libs to points where if someone played a new Comethazine song, I might think it's someone else. But either way, it's fucking good. He's got like several fucking songs. That Death Wish song's incredible.
Oh yeah.
I always forget the other one that's super good. And then he just had a Band's remix with Rich the Kid, which is incredible. So yeah, I feel like he's really like taken off right now and would be a good pick if they were actually on their shit.
Somebody I picked was a rapper whose album that came out this year is one of my top picks for the year, Maxo Cream.
Oh yeah.
An undeniable talent, sincerely. His last couple projects were super solid. But this one that he put out, I there's not a track on it I didn't like.
I wasn't crazy about that one.
I loved it. That was one of those ones where like like Grannies Go, Bust Down specifically, the Beyonce interlude that he does, like everything on that album is so freaking good.
I feel like he's very good. I like him. I could see him on the list. He's got like good cosigns.
He had a great song he did with the Cool Kids.
Yeah, that one's good. Running Man.
Yeah, and then he had one with Lil Uzi Vert. He did Mars. Yeah. That one's fantastic.
I like his. I can't remember the tape. His like first or second tape.
Is it the one where he's like the cartoon on the front? It's like black and purple, or the one where it's like the black and white picture of him smiling?
No, I thought it was like an AK-47 and drugs. I could be wrong. I'm not a super big fan, but I feel like he had better songs. He gets repetitive to me, like a lot.
I could
think
see where he
'cause
would
he's
get
got
repetitive.
such a specific tone and like
Yeah.
delivery, and he doesn't switch it up. When you have like a very like captivating voice, I feel like it's easy to be like very repetitive.
Yeah.
I think he's still good. He opened up for Danny Brown when I seen him before we just seen him. But Zalooper's crowd was too crazy. I had to go smoke a cigarette and I missed his whole set.
Mm-hmm.
But I came back. He has a song with Father that's incredible.
Yes.
Father's verse on that is fantastic. Someone else I had that I don't think anyone else even knows about is Nolan B. Rollin. He's some fucking crazy deep voice SoundCloud kid, and his songs are just fucking he's got a song called Young Life Alert. It's like one of my favorite songs by him. It samples the Life Alert commercial, and it's just like jogging off the Life Alert. It's something.
Did you put one of his songs on one of the playlists?
I put a verse because none of his music is on Spotify.
Okay, yeah.
He's like featured on something, and
There was
good.
some song you played where the
Yeah, he's got a voice that you can't like. Yeah, you know it's him if you hear it. It's like Tyler, like pitched down a couple notches, like old Tyler when he would pitch himself down.
Yeah.
It's deeper than that. He's got like a really crazy voice, and he's like a young kid, and some of his songs are stupid, kind of like Little B level stuff. He's definitely influenced by Little B. That's what, like, when we're talking about him, that's like one of the kids I think of is like, this person wouldn't exist without him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see it definitely. Like, there's no way he'll probably ever be on XXL. I don't know if he'll ever even be big, but like, I fuck with him. It's a very, I'd say, acquired taste, but yeah, I love it. So.
One of the last ones I had said, my second to last one. I said, Ronnie J is someone I'd like to see, just because I fuck with Ronnie.
I don't like his rap though.
See, I fuck with him so much that like I feel like his production is so good that like his lackluster raps are okay.
Yeah,
because like
but
when
I feel like this is based off of raps. You know what I mean?
I feel like at this point it's based off of artistry more than it is rap.
Yeah, for our personal
because
list,
if they're gonna have
say
Tekashi 6ix9ine on the fucking list, it is not about being a good rapper.
I think it's about a lot of things, mainly popularity.
It's popularity. And how many songs do you hear that? Oh my God, Ronnie.
Yeah, but I think people forget about that. And yeah, as far as rapping, I'm not like a huge.
Ronnie J was just one of those ones I want to see because like I like everything that he does.
I just said Nolan B. Rollin. And
right.
No one knows. If you know who Nolan B. Rollin is, submit that you do.
The last pick that I had for my personal list
was.
Let's say what's your last
I
one?
said Juice WRLD because he's blowing up right now. He's got like he's doing like the kind of like Lil Peep thing, which I like Juice WRLD more. Like kind of like that emo like rap is becoming crazy.
Yeah,
and it's like that very like
happening.
Like emo rap almost, but not like just how people say like atmospheres emo rap,
right?
But like actually like that kind of like singing, like it's like Taking Back Sunday over rap, something like that. It's not a good comparison, but like he's also very melodic and like I'm sad and depressed, but it's like very therapeutic, good shit. And I feel like I just found out about him because he had that video with Cole Bennett that's taken off, and then I did like a deep SoundCloud dive, and most of the time when I find someone and do the deep SoundCloud dive, it only lasts a couple songs and I'm like, oh, it's everywhere. I went through a ton of his shit and I was like, I actually fuck with a lot of this, so I'd like to see him. I think he is blowing up. Obviously won't make it this year, but in the future could be something interesting to watch out for.
The last artist I picked for my personal list was actually Bill Saber, believe it or not. Just because, well, honestly, like he looks like a joke, and when you first listen to him, you're like, this guy's kind of fucking weird. But like the deeper I delved into his catalog, the more I found shit I actually really liked. He has a song out there called "Mrs." where he samples Justin Timberlake. My Love. It's that if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful, and he makes a loop out of it. And the lyrics, if he wasn't singing it in that creepy, weird, low voice he has, it's a really sweet sounding song, and it could be like a really cute pop song if it was done by the right artist. Because the chorus, it goes like, I'm thinking you should be my missus, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry kisses. And like, you know, it's something that you wouldn't expect out of a guy like Bill Saber.
I'll put it in the video, so hopefully you're still watching the video. If not, Google this motherfucker.
What he fucking looks like. Crazy looking, demonic looking homeless guy. Like, looks nuts.
The hair is unmatched.
The first song I heard, it's crazy. The first song I ever heard from the guy was called "Creepin' and Lurkin'." And it's one of those like ding, 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 one of those like creepy sounding trap songs where it has that big and like you listen to it and you're like, wow, this is it's like very Suicide Boys-esque. It's very dark and abrasive. But then like he has that Mrs. shit, and then he has this song called "Gorillas" that came on right after that. That's almost like 808 chiptune video game soundtrack sounding thing. So like he's kind of all over the place, but not in a bad way. It's just a very specific sound that he's going for, and that's why he would make it on my personal list, just because he has so much shit that I fuck with so much. Yeah, and it's like I'd like to see him blow up more.
My final one is Lucky, formerly Lucky X. I'm not a huge fan of his, not even recent output. It's been a while now. He got like pretty addicted to drugs, makes a lot of like druggy, like slowed down, slurred rap. He's starting some of his newer stuff I've liked. I've put some songs on the playlist. He's got some really good songs, but when he was Lucky X, he had 2 mixtapes, Alternative Trap and Body High, and they're fucking incredible. He was like a kid when he came out, when these tapes came out. His references, like punchlines and references, was like insane. Not like a jokey punchline rapper, but like he's got a song, I think it's probably his biggest song, or maybe not now, but like the first song I heard of him was Count on Me. It's a whole song. It's a beautiful beat, and it's all about selling drugs, but like the references are insane. It's like it's like gas stations closed down, got the whole town on E. And he says shit like selling white powder, red nose, clown on me. Like a lot of fucking, for a kid. And I remember watching an interview with him and they were like, your references are like insane. And he's like, yeah, I just watched a shitload of TV as a kid. But yeah, like those 2 tapes are like really good. He's got like really good samples in it. I seen him live way back opening for Danny Brown. He's got a song with Danny Brown. Really good. The new shit is kind of all over the place if you like the druggy shit. There's an interview with him. He's on Xanax and he like completely blacks out and the eyes roll back in his head and he like twitches and then he comes back to life. And
oh my God.
He had a problem. I think he's like off Xans now, does lean occasionally, whatever it is. But I hope he like comes back. He had a song with Chance. He's from Chicago. He was blown up. I think he fucked a lot of it up. But I feel like he's coming back and I'd like to see him get bigger and eventually get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're interested in any of this, check out some more of the people we mentioned on our personal list.
Yes.
I feel like there's some goodies in there. And then hopefully we'll see how we match up on the XXL list.
Exactly.
What if one of us gets it dead on?
Like 100%?
Yeah. Should we say 9 out of 10? If one of us gets 9 out of 10.
If one of us gets 9 out of 10, okay, what's it gonna be?
I don't know. We have to win, so there's got to be something.
Got to pay for all the drinks one night or something. Got to pay for all the other guys' drinks if it's 9 out of 10.
All the other guys. How many guys are going to be there? Is it like a
No, I mean like you pay for all of my drinks, or I'll pay for all your drinks if one of us gets 9 out of 10.
Okay, but we can't be like, I'm going to drink 12 drinks.
Yeah,
that
no,
are all $40.
like obviously like something like that. Yeah. Like we'll be reasonable about
night
it.
Of drinks. 9 out of 10. Night of drinks. Yeah. I'm interested. I feel like I got a good solid list. Your list is good too. Mine's just better.
Yeah.
Mine's better and more accurate.
So if anyone's
I've called XXL, I'm like, drinks are on the line, bitch. And they're like, all right, we'll shuffle some things. And I'm like, Bad Barbie. And they're like, Bad Barbie. I'm like, I said it. You got to do it.
You got to get. I said 9 out of 10.
Yeah, you can call her, I guess, but the other 9's got to be solid. But yeah, so fucking go look into those people. And whenever this actually comes out, the list will
stack us up, see how we did.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. If you give a shit, tell us who you think, who we missed out on. Tell us who we should listen to. I want someone to show me a rapper that I'm not familiar with.
Show me a rapper that's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Yeah, make me go gorillas.
All right. So yeah, go do all the shit we say in the beginning. Bye.